Fuck no. Triple fail flee into caught by surprise. Woo-wee, man. I haven't seen that in forever. I guess there's a reason why it's not on my notes. Fucking cursed today, guys. I'm so cursed today. Alright, let's try that again. We did the exact same menu mistake, I love it. No, there's just a command for Babby talking. We haven't got past Kraken today. We've had like 6 runs, I think. No, 5 runs, this is the 6th run. Well, runs that get past Prologue, right? 3 of them have died in Interior. Did my stream go down? No, it's still going. Yeah, we fled. Let's go. God damn it. Oh yeah, my stream went down. Internet crashed. Shortly after Kraken killed us, which is, I guess, good. Alright, how are we doing? God dang it. Cannot get a good run going. Absolutely just cursed today. Interior, please. Just for once, cooperate. Can I not have a 1750 interior? It would be lovely. Come on. Let's get our asses beat. And we can mash through some more cutscenes. That's why people are here, right? They're here for the cutscenes. Let's go, my fellow cutscene enthusiast. You come for the intros, stay for the cutscenes. Love it. Uh, 62X prologue. Just. It makes you feel sad. Gosh dang it. Speaking of cutscenes, my favorite cutscene, let's go. 3 years later, aka the cutscene that gives you Jenna. What a scene. A scene of cuts. Jenna is just fantastic. Double Jenna? Oh, Double Jenna is very good. But I love this cutscene so much because we do it twice in some speedruns. Clearly the best cutscene. Oh, we have a special guest. Oh shit. Wake up, wake up. Sorry, cause I've been getting beat the fuck up today. Reply to me on Discord, cause if you're good to go, just give me a call. Alright, we're getting calls on here. Alright, and I can't hear anything. Hold up, bud. I'm coming. Let's just have Dora fall down real quick. And I can touch my audio settings. Where is this damn thing? Voice and video, output device. Is that? Can you say something? That is. Oh shit, you're loud. What the hell? A little bit. I can fix that. I will get it up. 1 sec. Alright, you're good now, I think. Alright. Actually, it's a tad quiet. There we go. Share screen. Share my OBS with you. Easy. Whoa! Look at that. Yo. What's up, man? Welcome to the party. For those of you who don't know, we've got good cause joining us on comms because we're having some practice. It's a... Oh, they can't hear you. They can't hear you, yeah. I can fix that. Shit.
Uh-oh. It's about
There we go. We have cause. Cause is in the house.
we have the good cause. Awesome. Thanks for having me. But yeah, we're just going to be practicing a little bit for our May 16th commentary together.
Yeah, basically lots of working out roles, lots of working out flow, and what better way to do it than trial by fire. No longer any cause for love it.
And props to you for setting up all that audio while in the middle of a cutscene.
If you've seen my previous ABT PB, you will know that I can multitask pretty well, except for if you do really dumb shit in TLA and I start screeching at you and then I lose a minute in Todomba. I was basically multitasking, playing ABT and watching Future. It was great.
Nice. Yeah, well, I think that most people now that are watching are going to know this game fairly well, but I imagine on the 16th we'll be streaming to a much larger audience that will know the game as well, and we might have to cover some of the story elements, yeah? That's going to be something new.
Well, we're going to have 40 minutes to kill in, like, the beginning of the game, which we can pretty much fill with whatever.
Yeah, we can probably just talk about Bloozer for about 40 minutes, right? Like...
I mean, we could, but we'd be amiss to not mention Future X and some of his fun adventures that he has.
I really enjoyed watching Future's run of your TLA notes, actually.
That was so good. I enjoyed watching it as well. I enjoyed it more than streaming. Everyone should have watched that instead.
I think I only got to see a few parts of it, and one of it was the when he couldn't get the one glitch in I think it's the Sea of the Cave of the Gods, with the sea.
Oh, Shrine of the Sea God. Yeah, he couldn't follow the instructions. It's like, just hold up. It's literally all you do. Just hold up. Don't stop holding up. That glitch is stupid, man. Like, if you stop holding up for whatever reason, the visual cue doesn't work. You just have to hold up, and it's like super free. And he every time he'd go, okay, I'm going up, okay, and now what? Oh, keep going up, okay. It doesn't work.
I love it. That's great content, nonetheless.
Oh, it was fantastic content. Mate, if I could get Bowie to submit to SRC, mate, I've been trying. I have been trying.
He has like a PB by about a minute, right?
2 minutes now. Yeah, a minute and a half, I guess, over his current PB. He's got a 340. I'm tracking it on a separate leaderboard, of which I'm currently 3rd place on. But, yeah. I've been tracking everybody's D-Rust PBs, which has now quickly become everybody's PBs except for me. My quote-unquote D-Rust PB is like a 341, and everybody's got better times than me now, so I guess I'm just washed up.
Oh, come on, Flexo. You have to beat the 335 PB.
I know. I feel like everyone else is PBing. I might as well try my luck, but it's really not going well today. we had a 118 Satoros. This is run number 5. Like run past, run out of prologue. That is. We've reset a couple times in prologue as well, but I've killed 4 runs at 3 runs, at Interior, and 1 run died to Kraken. It was a 118 Tauros, which was kind of cool. I hate when I do that.
Wow. Died to Kraken. Well, it has to happen.
It was a really good Mercury Lighthouse. I was like a 109 Fever, which is, as Blue will tell you, not great. And then to get a 1845, I want to say Satoros, was a banging lighthouse. Whew.
Sounds
Speedy.
great to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you commentate. I imagine I'm pulling the analytical weight of the team.
Yeah.
So I'm more than happy for you to fill color or fill a role that you think best utilizes that knowledge. I don't know. I'm sure you have questions or would have had questions. And they can be pretty good talking points when we have downtime or something.
Yeah, for sure. I think we'll just do a little bit of back and forth, and probably determine which one of us will talk between each boss fight and kind of switch off between that. Because there's a lot to explain during each of the major encounters in the game, and I think that's probably the time that we would most likely talk over each other.
Yeah, there's a lot of priming to be done in the lead up to each boss fight, because you can't really do it in the boss fight themselves. The boss fights are generally pretty quick, and things are going to go wrong, and you want to be able to react to that. And you don't want to try to be explaining the general strategy, and then I don't know, Bluza goes and has ransack happen, and Ivan dies, and we're like, oh shit, now we're going to talk about the backup strat, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So there's a lot of priming, but it's pretty easy. Well, pretty straightforward.
I think the biggest part is going to be getting through the 40-minute intro, and then later on the 5-minute 4 scene in with Babby.
That's gonna be fine. Don't even worry about that one.
Okay.
The later cutscenes are going to be fine because, realistically, Future will be lagging behind and we can talk about him for a bit.
I hope that Future is able to keep up with everyone.
I'm sure he can. Also, what the fuck? I'm so mad, dude. This is the best interior I've had all day, and it's a 1744. I just want, like, come on, guys. Please. I just threw away, like, before you got on, I threw away a 1747, and I do it again, and it's a 1744. I just cannot get... I cannot get her on guard today.
Save in those 3 seconds.
Yeah. Whatever. You're here now, so I don't feel as bad. I actually want to get into the cutscene portion so we can have more of a focused conversation, because I don't need to engage brain for that at all.
Absolutely, yeah. And it'd be interesting to kind of overview kind of what's going on in the beginning of the story here, because as a speedrunner, like, I've never really, like, I paid attention to the story in this game when I was 9 years old when I played it for the first time, and naturally I've forgotten quite a bit of details. And even just speedrunning it, I never really slowed down enough to take it all in.
Yeah.
So I know we're
we have this weird issue where the beginning of the game actually has stuff happen which is semi-important. Like, it's like, okay, BRN manipulation, different attack patterns, etc., etc. I think that's probably a little too heavy-handed without priming everybody for the rest of the Golden Sun tech, you know what I mean? So probably we'll lay off the super technical stuff of what's happening in the intro. And focus more around the general concepts around the run. What are we doing? Why are they fleeing? Fleeing is fast. Fleeing is always fast, etc. And kind of prime people for, like, the rest of the speedrun and how it's likely to fall out. And following Satoros Minardi death, that's when we'll have our first issue, because it's like a 4-minute cutscene or something. With Garrett being an idiot. But that's a good segue into the plot, right? We can talk about plot there, and we have, what is it? 8-ish, 7.5 minutes between end of Saturos Minardi and enter Sol Sanctum. 7.5 minutes is plenty enough to set up enough stuff before diving into the interior, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, and it'll be good to talk about, why the events are occurring, I guess, for the sorry, my dogs are just barking in the background.
So good. Discord's got pretty good voice, pretty good what you call it, noise cancelling. Yeah, there it is. I was gonna say noise filtering. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, like the details of why the what's the mountain called? Mount
Aleph. Yeah.
Aleph? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't even remember those details. I need to brush up on the story, but like why the mountains erupting and that kind of thing. Post cutscene in the interior, like where we're about to go right now.
Yeah. It's okay. I got you covered.
Awesome.
I mean, I know this plot inside and out, obviously. I'm pretty sure Aleph is like an interesting. It's not a Greek letter. I'd say it might be a Greek concept though, because I know in mathematics we have a concept of Aleph as representing a kind of infinity, to keep it simple. So Aleph naught being the smallest of the infinities. So I bet you there's some connection there that I haven't seen touched on around this being the mountain of like synergy and everything, kind of the whole world revolves around this mountain or this event or something, because it's where the Golden Sun event eventually happens as well, but I don't know.
Ooh,
I should look into that.
I mean, if I didn't know that already, I guess. But yeah, then there's also the elemental stars in this portion of the game, which ties into, how kind of like a core mechanic of the game, which is, each character has an affinity to a specific element.
Yeah, actually, that's one thing that I know the runners have been pushing for quite hard, is their own affiliation with a particular element. Now, I if that is to be a thing, and I very much hope it is, and I hope GDQ can make it part of the layout, then whoever has the best D-Rust time will have first choice of element. And I think we're just going to go down the list, actually. I think Blue wants Jupe, I think Bowie wants Venus, I think Velissa wants Mercury, and I think Future will get Mars as a result. Which is really great, because it kind of aligns with SRC, because it's like the order of which the 1, 2, 3, 4 is. Mars is first. Mars is first. It goes Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, like reverse lighthouse order, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of nice alignment there, but if that does happen, we should just joke and be like, alright, Future, you get to be Mr. Non-Elemental. You're Nyumpa. You're the Force synergy. Congrats, well done.
Or the Garrett.
No. Like I was thinking it when everybody was standing on the bridge. It's like Jenna, Isaac, Garrett, and some dude. I'm like, yeah, Jenna could be Velissa. I could see that. Okay, Isaac and Garrett. We can split Blues or Boy between those guys. I don't know. Someone's Garrett, but who cares? And then Mr. Random NPC. That's Future for sure. I'd be moving him too hard. I love Future. He's such a good character.
Oh, me too. All the guys in our community here, fantastic individuals, and it's all just good jokes and poking fun.
Yeah. Except me, I feel like I've become more cynical and salty and just a terrible human being, because the RNG has just kind of seeped into my veins and ruined me.
Yeah. Well, after a certain point, you hit the 335, and then once you try and beat that, it's just
this is just fucking stupid, man. Like, the 335 is just so dumb. It's so unfair.
It's interesting when you did the comparison. When you did the comparison with the 4 videos, sorry, was it with your 335?
It was 335, 338, Bowie's 342, Blues's something.
Right.
I want to say 341.
I was watching it, and it was pretty close up until Venus 2.
Yes. In fact, it wasn't pretty close. It was actually behind the 338. for most. So it goes like this: Manticore happens, 335's a hit, 338 overtakes because Vine is an asshole. 338 and 335 kind of change and lead a bit over the next little while. 338 gets a better Suhala, better into Lalavero, and it's like pretty solidly ahead, like maybe about a minute ahead. And then 338 gets 2 encounters in Tunnel Ruins, terrible encounters in Venus 2, and just loses like 3 minutes of time between like 2 splits. It's really tragic. And then the 335 is just like, whatever, I'm just gonna get a 6 minutes 30 drop down. Whoa! It's just unfair, man. It's so unfair.
What happened in the Venus 2 exactly? Was it just like a few encounter skips?
Yeah, it was encounter skips and good encounters.
Maybe like, an attacks first?
No, I don't think I got an... maybe I did get an attacks first, but like, for instance, the last encounter I had in Venus Lighthouse was 2 Boulder Beasts, which is a single Boreas for a kill. And it's like, well... Like, every encounter was like... Yeah, every encounter was like 1 summon, or like ground and like 2 fast summons. It was insane. Like, of all runs to get that kind of RNG, it was that run. And, well, rest is history.
You think, just when you're talking about all of the different factors of the run there, it just highlighted to me and we always talked about this in Golden Sun speedrunning, but the amount of variance in the run. You can have a really good first half of the game, but then your second half can be absolutely atrocious, and it just evens out. But the variance is probably something that we should talk about earlier on in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, all of the top runners except Felissa, like, Felissa's just a freak, okay? She's just consistently executing above her potential, so she never gets reps in. But all of, like, me, Blue, Bowie all have anywhere between a 326 to 327 summer best, right? And we're not even close to that with our PBs, right? Like, I'm 9 minutes out from my summer best. I mean, I just reset my summer best, so don't check it now. But my old summer best was like a mid 326, I think. And this is a mid 335, so it's like 9 minutes of difference. And it's just, every split, there are things that can go wrong, and the variance just gets more and more as the run goes on. So, I mean, we'll definitely be touching on this, because the race won't be over until the Fusion Dragon is down. Even if you are 5 minutes ahead on Fusion Dragon, you could wipe.
Yeah. Absolutely you could, especially if you go for the new risky strats. I guess they're not new anymore.
Yeah, if you go for risky strats, I mean, they're not as risky as people think. You're more likely to have Ivan die in Satoris Minardi. The reason being is that the fight is shorter, and so the Fusion Dragon just has less action, or less turns to do something that's run killing. Right? So paradoxically, even though Ivan is more frail and could die from a target in outer space with some bad RNG, it's not that much less safe, because you really only have to contend with 4 turns of actions if everything goes well. Which is kind of paradoxical. Whereas the old strat had like less chance that Ivan dies, but you have 4 additional Fusion Dragon actions to contend with. And that could be like Evil Blessing or Poison, and yeah. Like, it was just, it's the new strats are not as risky as they seem on Fusion Dragon, but on Satoris Minardi there are way more risks. That's why I'm actually trying to test out Mail Cap at the moment, Mail Cap Ivan. I think that covers the danger.
And doesn't that also impact the Kraken fight slightly?
Yes, it does. It does, yeah. Like, there are some really like, basically Spinning Beat is almost one-shots Ivan through Granite. So there are a bunch of weird combinations where, like, if Ivan has chip damage, then he'll tank a Spinning Beat with a Mail Cap, where he won't without it. So, like, it's super fringe, but It's
Honestly,
it's just good for Satoros. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that someone's gonna wipe to Kraken.
Absolutely, I did the math. Someone is likely to wipe to Kraken.
What is it like? It's not. It's just like almost on the fence, isn't it? Isn't it like 52%?
52% that somebody will die to Kraken. It's for any individual, it's a 1 in 6, but because there are 4 runners attempting it, the probability of every runner getting it is 48%, meaning there's 52% chance that at least one person dies to Kraken. Or at least, actually, that's not true, actually. It's at least 52% that they don't get sleep or stun on Kraken. I should be a little bit more particular. Right.
Fair enough. We always assume that if you don't get the sleep or stun that you die, but I learned very early on when I was doing my second or third run, I missed the sleep and stun and still somehow beat it with a Ramses.
Yeah, you have to get so lucky though. You need like Isaac to survive, you need Garrett to survive, Mirrors, whatever. So like it's by no means guaranteed, but there is a chance, a very slim chance, but there is a chance. So yeah, but yeah, definitely variance is like the topic for the speedrun. There's really 2 points where it's really relevant, and I will definitely make a point of it. First point's after Tret. So everybody cares about Satoros, but me and Blueser and Bowie to some extent all agree that Tret is the split that actually matters. That's kind of capping off the early game. It's kind of like the first milestone in the run, really, that kind of orients you within the run.
I agree with this completely too. Like, when I was running the game often, that was the milestone that really was prominent in the community. Everyone was like, "Oh, 120 Satoros is the benchmark that you want to hit." But then, once I started running the game a little bit more, I realized, if you don't have level 7 on Ivan after Satoros, you spend more time grinding encounters, and then if you don't have the level 7, you don't get the avoid in Tret Tree.
Yeah. So there's a ton of trade-offs that you need to make, and decision making, and flea RNG, and all that stuff. So like Satoros is like the badge of honor, but Tret is the split that actually we're looking at. Tret is an interesting point in the run because there's also an inflection point in strategies. Well, technically not. Technically the inflection's at Zephyr, but
absolutely
we call it Tret because it's a boss. Because he's like 2 encounters maybe to Zephyr if you're unlucky.
Yeah.
And so then once you get Zephyr, you go into proc new mode, and I want to say the run is more consistent, but it's not. It's just different. You're in a different mindset. You're less about clearing encounters for safety, and you're now clearing encounters for speed.
It's much more mechanically heavy, I think.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Executing fast.
Yeah. And then
versus relying on speed.
Yeah.
Versus relying on fleeing.
Yeah. Then the next point comes at Kraken, which is again very similar. But it's mostly that even though after Kraken you're going into tier 4s instead of proccing, you also basically have to contend with RNG. The RNG to that point can be terrible, like Vine will be terrible, I'm sure. But when you're past the Kraken, Altmiller will destroy your time if you're unlucky. If you're unlucky in Alton, who cares? Like, oh, I failed the flee and I got ransacked. Oh dear, whatever. I have to go revive somebody in Lamba Temple. Big whoop. But in Altmiller, it's like, okay, I've got a rat. Let's kill the rat. Oh, the rat flash defends. Oh
my
no.
gosh.
I'm gonna run away from the rat. Oh, I can't run from the rat. Oh, the rat crits Ivan and he dies. Well, fuck this game, Like,
honestly,
and that's just a taste.
Sorry?
That's just a taste of what's to come in that part of the game, right?
Absolutely. There's
Yeah.
2 things that you said that made me want to mention some things. One is the benchmarks that you're mentioning are so true, and they're things that I've kind of thought of, but I guess I haven't really talked to you. I might have talked to them about with Blueser before, and maybe some others in the community. But once you get to Kraken and past that, the encounters not only are a lot more RNG heavy, but so dangerous. If you get caught by surprise, there's a really strong chance you could get completely wiped.
Oh, you should see the 335 if you haven't. It's so good. It gets caught by surprise double Dreadhound in Alt Miller.
Oh my gosh.
And everybody except Mia dies. Mia has like 20 HP. I flee and it works.
And do you use that to set up for the retreat glitch? Or sorry, the death warp?
This was like the 4th encounter, man. It was like the 2nd screen or something, or 3rd screen. It was so tragic. I just had to dump all my Waters of Life at that point and just continue. It was, yeah, very
really
sad, very
scary.
sad.
The other thing I really wanted to mention is the rat specifically. Nothing. So like I'm pretty tilt proof in this game. You know, I could get completely destroyed. In the last battle against Fusion Dragon, I get a death scythe, have my run completely ruined at the last moment. But that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is ending up in a 3-turn encounter with those damn rats who use the flash defend, and then you're trying to kill them, but they just stall the fight so long, so then all your Jin have to refresh in battle, adding like 2 seconds per Jin, per character. It's just so much time waste.
Yeah, I don't get tilted by that. I'm just like, oh, alright. You win this round. What tilts me is the Orc in Suhala, when they defend. You can get like a Harpy Orc encounter, or Harpy Orc encounter, and Thor one-shots that encounter. You hate using Thor, but you're like, well, it clears everything, they don't get an action, it works out to be the fastest option. But the Orcs can defend, and if they defend the Thor, you're like, well, I just used Thor, and you defended. I am now wasting a ton of time. Thank you very much, Mr. Orc. And that tilts me.
That's fair. The defending in this game is just challenging all around, especially when it happens in Colossa. You hate to see that in Colossa.
R.I.P. We lost him, guys. And yeah, Blue, we will talk about level 8 at some point. Yeah, Judgment Orc. Yeah, because it's the side orc that survives, yeah. Yeah, look, on level 8, it's so hard to make the judgment call on the 2nd encounter. It is so close between those two things. Like, 2 encounters is the breakpoint. Certainly 3. 2 is a toss-up. Really depends on what that 2nd encounter is. Yeah, depends on the encounter. Depends on your Flea RNG. I mean, you and me would never go for it, right? But that's not to say there isn't merit in going for it. I would respect someone who says, alright, I am 100 experience away from a level 8, that could be 2 encounters, I'm gonna commit to it.
It's
I think that's fair.
interesting to me.
Oh, welcome back.
It's interesting to me how the run is evolving over time with respects to fleeing exactly. In areas of the game that we didn't flee 6 months ago, specifically like Alton or Alt Miller even.
Yeah, so Alton has always been... That was my bad. I did the calculation, and I concluded that the number of times you would fail flee before you succeeded was too high, and clearing the encounter was faster. But then when I fixed the thing in TLA, I realized I'd done it wrong in GS1 as well, and you run it through the calculation, and yeah, there exists a point where fleeing is faster in Alton, and you should just do it. So that was my bad. That's just a math error. Okay, we've learned that. But Alt Miller, you have no idea. You're kind of out of the loop on this. So let me loop you in.
All right, I'm buckled in.
2 weeks ago, I had the most gigabrain idea I've ever had in Golden Sun. I hit level 4. I was like behind in a speedrun and going into Alt Miller, and I was like, I want to flee in Alt Miller. What can I do here to maximize the chance that I succeed? And then it dawned on me. At level 14 with Isaac, that's all you need for Colosso, right? Level 14 is all you need. Do the Colosso menu and just settle your Jin, and then flee. What does that do? Puts Isaac into like a tier 4 class, or a level 4 class, whatever you call it, it gives them like 300 HP, like 274 I think exactly, or give or take. It puts Mia, Ivan, and Garrett all into level 2 classes, so they can pretty much tank 2 hits even from the strongest enemies. And you just can't die. You get an encounter, you get Dreadhound Golem, you're like, oh, I guess I flee. And they can't kill you before you can run away. So, I don't know what we call it. Could be Superman Isaac, or the Indestructible Isaac, or Invincible Isaac. I don't know. But that's
everyone doing this now?
I am doing it. I have told Loser about the strategy because I leaked it to him accidentally. I was trying to keep it to future. I mean, I've been doing it in runs, but no one pays attention to runs, apparently. If people were paying attention, they could have learned about it. But I told Future because he was paying attention one day. And I was like, you know what, Future can have a leg up. That's nice. Anyway, it doesn't
really
matter.
Interesting.
And then I leaked the chats to Bluza from yesterday when I was like freaking out about his amazingly paced run. And then I was like, oh shit, I guess I have to tell you about it now. And then Bowie turned up earlier today and I told him then, so, oh my god, I pressed A, that sucks.
Something else that I think has evolved over the course, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I feel like when I first started running Golden Sun, you know how you would like flee from all of the encounters inside Tret Tree?
Yep.
I feel like when I first started the run, people would set their Jin so that way they could do summons.
Yeah, I still encourage that actually. I still do. I think if you're learning the run, you don't need to flee everywhere to get sub 4, right? You just don't need to do it. And the way in which we play the game, we're factoring in an acceptable level of risk and we know how to play around bad situations. Where a newer runner, it's so much more important for them to get to the end of the game and learn how to play the end of the game. That is like the hardest thing in this entire speedrun. It's end game under pressure. Like, Blue can vouch. When you're on PB pace and you have to make very difficult battle decisions in possibly suboptimal situations, you just need experience to get through it. There's no other way around it. So I strongly encourage anybody who is learning the run to be safe. Just get through runs. Take extra encounters. Be level 8 in Tret. Like, who cares? If you're not going for a 3-3x, you don't need to worry about it.
That's something Blue said to me when I was first starting. He was like, man, just submit your first run. It doesn't matter what it is. And I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's something interesting that's evolving over the course of all of our community running the game, I think, is I always get setting and unsetting mixed up, so apologies if I make a mistake here, but
everybody does.
setting your Jin, making your party tankier. That's the right way to say it, right?
Correct, yeah. Although it's very confusing. Because set sounds like you're getting them ready, but you know.
Yeah, exactly, it's weird. But like using that in Tret to make your party tankier so that way you can afford to fail flee more times. It's the similar concept of what you're talking about in Alt Miller.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think that everyone thought that Alt Miller was so scary. Why would we try that?
It is scary. It absolutely is. I mean, the fundamental truth of Golden Sun is that running is always the fastest option if it works. If you can get away from the encounter without doing anything, you are saving time. Congratulations. It's just about balancing that risk against that potential time save versus the risk in the thing. So I have encouraged Future to do YOLO Miller before, which is basically just fleeing in Alt Miller. And you can save a ton of time, but chances are equal that you just get wiped, which ends the run. Not with like Captain Isaac or Captain Wayard. I like that person.
Captain Wayard. Yeah, it's really interesting how it's evolving over time and that.
It's pretty normal though. It's just basically we're getting more tolerant to acceptable levels of risk, basically.
Mm-hmm. And the more you optimize your run and the better PB you get, the more times that you're actually going to have to take those risks in order to compete with yourself, right?
Yep, exactly. I mean, there will probably come a time where we start fleeing in Suhala Gate, for instance. I really don't like that. I tried it once. It was unpleasant, putting it lightly.
Interesting.
But I'm sure there'll come a time where we're like, actually, if you do this setup with these gen set, you have an acceptable amount of HP so that you're not going to die, you're going to get through the lull of error if you need to and revive there and you'll save time. So, I don't know. But no one's going to be doing that in the race. I'm not going to be doing it in this run if we get there either.
I always like this part in the game because I feel like Bandits is really where the game starts for me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we joke this game's got like 4 intros. The first intro is the prologue. Okay, like actual intro. The next intro is leaving Vale. And then, the game begins with Bandits. Then the next intro is Trek, because, nothing really should be happening until then and whatever. Then the last intro is after Kraken. Because then the run really begins.
Very true, and it's interesting how we're talking about fleeing more from different areas of the game. I'm wondering, what are all of the experience benchmarks that we ideally want? I know that we want level 8 for Plasma for Tret, on Ivan specifically, and then we also want Ivan to have Sleep for Kraken, and Isaac to ideally be level 14 for Colosso. But after that, is there really anything?
No, I mean, Courthouse is so strong that you can do it at... As long as you have access to Wish, you can do it at any level and you can succeed. So, the only benchmarks we're looking for, really, the ones that I'm looking for, I don't care about level 8 anymore. I'm quite happy to live without it. You want level 6 on Ivan for Saturos, doesn't really matter anything more. 7 straight, 6 is perfectly fine. I want level 11 on Isaac in Alton. I can't mathematically tell you that that's optimal, but to me it feels good. It usually means you do everything after the second living statue, you flee from that. Usually you get 11 on or just before that living statue. Then you want level 12 for Kraken on Ivan. You usually will get that in Lamakan Desert. Usually. If you get level 11 on Isaac and Alton, you will get level 12 on Ivan in Lamakan. So you don't really need to worry about it, but sometimes you have to be aware of Ivan's missed experience or whatever. And then finally, you want level 15 for Colosso, because that allows Isaac enough HP to tank 2 attacks or attack oil drop from Azat, which makes that fight very, very consistent. And if you can't get level 15, you have to do level 14, and it is strongly advisable you get the Power Bread. You can win without the Power Bread, but the last time I tried that, my Azat fight took longer than a Twitch clip.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yep, it was not good. So it was like, Judgment, Oil Drop, I have to heal because I will die from an attack because I don't have the extra HP, attack, Nut. Gross. Yeah. 1 herb already. Yeah.
So the setup for Bandits in our talk, I know that we're in the middle of the fight now, but we ideally during May 16th we'll be talking about it before, and basically highlighting that the Bandits fight's a pretty easy and safe fight. You could lose a party member here, but the worst thing that they can really do is use herbs to heal themselves and prolong the fight.
Yeah, pretty much. We've had a lot of bad luck in the community lately. I've seen more than my fair share of runs. Either Isaac dies or Garrett dies. I've never seen a party wipe here before. I have seen 2 party members die. Usually how it's going to happen is the main bandit will use Slice, and Slice will proc. It has a chance to do like 1.6 times the damage or something like that. Or maybe it's straight double, I don't remember. It's a weird ability. No, yeah, because I don't know. It doesn't matter. Point being, it hurts. It kills people. Anybody can tank it from full HP, but the problem is the brown bandit also outspeeds everybody except Ivan. so you can't heal off the damage. So if the Brown Bandit decides to slice Proc Isaac and then attack Isaac, Isaac dies. And there's nothing you can do about it, basically. It's completely unplayable. But yeah, that's just that, basically.
It happens and it kills time.
Yep, it certainly does.
There's a few fights like that in the game that aren't actually dangerous, but have risk of killing time. I think Tret's a really good example of that. A really, really safe boss. Especially because we do it in the run after Saturos and we're a higher level. But if you get like Bloozer's infamous triple sleep stars, it's quite a. That's never happened to me, but I don't even know how I would handle it.
No,
I imagine that it would add a lot of time to your run.
It does. I mean, Tret's a boss of inconvenience more than anything else. I mean, Thorn can just destroy Ivan and Mia. Attack can just destroy Ivan. Sleep Star can just make Garrett go to sleep and you just go, ah. But like, the amount of damage you need to clear that fight isn't so insanely high that you can't recover it. So even if two people fall asleep on the second turn or on the first turn, usually you can be like, well, this is going to be a pain. This adds a turn, but I just have to add in some extra synergy and you can recover. And the whole Thorn thing is also why I'm putting Mia in slot 1 on Tret these days. It's an ABT adaptation I did, and I liked it, so I'm keeping it in this category. I don't think anyone's going to do that, but I like it because if Treachery Thorns on Ivan, then it puts Ivan and Mia in range of death, or Mia for that matter. If it Thorns Mia, then Ivan and Mia are also in danger. So if you split them up, one Thorn cannot simultaneously endanger Ivan and Mia, which is kind of cool. So that's just my little thing. I like that. It's just a safety thing. You want Mia in slot 1 eventually anyway, so if anyone does it, I'll be interested, but I doubt it.
It's just, that is interesting. Yeah, you're just essentially moving Mia to slot 1 earlier. I've never actually had either of them die in Tret.
You haven't done enough runs, my friend. It happens all the time. I'm like, there's so much about this game that's like not said and not written down. Like, I have like crazy backup strats on like Tret now, like specifically because we don't have Plasma on Ivan anymore. Like, it's forced me to reevaluate how do we do that fight, how do we do it optimally, how do we do it safely. And so now, like, we open with Atalanta on turn 1 because we don't have Plasma anymore. And Atalanta,
you're planning to not have Plasma.
Planning to not have Plasma, yeah.
What's changed in that? Is it just taking less encounters in
Mercury
Lighthouse?
No, it's not even Mercury Lighthouse, it's the run back. We're not taking it. Like, I am not expecting to be able to use a Void in Tret anymore. I'm expecting it's going to take 2 or more encounters to get to level 8, so I am going to sit there and just until, and I want to try something out. Actually, I know I need that set. I want to try something out. I want to try some fancy tech. But yeah, I'm planning to be level 7, and maybe I get level 8 off of Breeze, but it hasn't happened in a while, let's say that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that means we're doing Atalanta into Ray, and the point there is that Atalanta boosted Ray basically is the same as Plasma. But Atalanta also opens up some other options, which we can talk about when we get to Tret. Like, the run's actually beginning now, so like, we can talk about run things. But yeah, we'll talk about it there. We'll get there, don't worry. Unless we wipe an ML.
Which is very possible. You know,
very possible.
ML overworld encounters are just mean.
They are so mean. The triple mauler. The double mauler, sorry.
Yeah. I always find the quadruple encounters to be quite annoying, and whenever I get them, I'm just like, how do I deal with this?
Yeah, quad stuff is not good. So people really hate quads in ML Overworld, but people really need to be talking about quads in Bilibin Cave. The double slime, double gnome encounter has claimed runs, man. If those gnomes don't flee, they claim runs. Because if you get it early enough, Isaac doesn't outspeed the slime, so you have to survive 4 enemy actions, and if they double into Ivan, or triple into Ivan, Ivan dies. It's really, really sketchy.
The other thing that they can do that's super inconvenient is those slimes can divide and make your
That's
encounter defense longer.
I mean, that's inconvenient. It doesn't end the run, though, which is the good news, right? It's just a really rough thing there. Actually, no. If I'm doing what I'm thinking of doing that, and I need to heal. Okay, so I'm trying right now level 2 Forge strats, only because it worked out pretty well last run. I just want to see how it works this run. I don't think it's going to do much. Great start. Really great start.
Was that a 3 times flea fail?
Yeah. I'm switching move to Garrett because I have no PP and I'm getting wrecked by encounters. So I guess at this part of the game, people are hunting for a experience dense encounter. Now some people will have taken an encounter in Sol Sanctum. That encounter would have got them level 3 after bandits. Bowie's the main guy who does this. That move is not optimal. But I've seen other people take the encounter as well.
Why does Bowie do that?
Oh, it makes sense. Basically, Isaac is 1 experience short of level 3 right now. So if you rainbow kill a bandit or get any experience point whatsoever in Sol Sanctum, Isaac gets level 3 off of bandits. What that means is that Isaac outspeeds Forge, which is really great, and then you can basically react to Forge things and stuff. So it just generally is it's faster than taking an encounter in here, because if you're a level 2 like I am right now, if you get enough experience, you can get level 3 on Isaac and Garrett. That makes them very tanky. It means that Garrett can't randomly die to things. And yeah, it's just good. You'll see the weird Forge fight I have to do because I'm expecting, I am going to be level 2 going into it. I really don't want to see damage in on it. Yeah, I didn't want to see that. Okay. I have not enough PP here. This is fine. This at 8. Yeah, this is not going particularly well. Alright, I have to use a herb, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is preemptively heal our good friend Ivan. Why is... Flint should be here. Flint should be set. Never mind. Preemptively heal Ivan. That will make him safe from blast. Flint. And then do this. You could probably just herb with Garrett now that I think about it. It just kind of it makes for an annoying menu, but it's okay.
Kind of awkward going into the menu. Unless you're not trying to, then you always do it. Or at least I always do it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, my phone just went off.
That's okay, I didn't hear a thing. Yeah, this is a really rough Goma Cave, but that's okay, it happens. I think, I don't know, I think these strats could have merit. The only issue is, needing to pick up extra herb, which is fine. Don't die, please, Ivan.
You get a few chances for that. And what's the benefit of it? Is just not taking an encounter in Goma?
Yeah, pretty much. Could save like 10 seconds or something.
Nice.
If it all works out, which there's no guarantee that it does. I mean, I'm not married to it yet, I'm just trying it out because it's worth it. Why did I do that? At that point I should have just gone and got Gust and done the menu afterwards.
I remember a while ago Blue was trying to test out doing Satyrus without the gear here, without the armor, I think.
Yeah, I don't imagine that went very well.
I don't think it did either.
No.
Wasn't you?
I might have. It sounds like something I would try. But basically, it just doesn't work. It's not even Saturos, it's the fact that you don't need to heal in this bit of the game that really makes the difference. And then, of course, on Saturos, it's like, well, now you have to worry about ranges that didn't exist before. I mean, you can do it, Like, you can get through the game without taking the armor, but the probability of you getting that is really, really, really low, and frankly, the game's not optimized enough yet. I owe Ivan a heal here.
That's fair.
Now you see, I've got like 1 PP on like Isaac right now. But
so if you had to heal even more, it just wouldn't be realistic for you to be able to do that.
Exactly. So now I've got Isaac and Garrett on like 40-ish HP. That's more than enough to get them through unless they start getting rumbled by ghosts and stuff. So we're very, very, very safe with this armor. The PP management works out really well. Not having to heal saves time. It makes the Tauros safer. Like, I can't imagine you saving more than like 20 seconds or 10 seconds at most. If everything goes well, so...
And I think that this split in the game is when variance starts playing such a huge factor into it.
I mean, you'll see it on Goma Cave already. Like, Goma Cave has very clear plus minus 30 seconds from, like, the average is really, really common. Things like just getting a ton of encounters, things like Forge being an asshole, like, they all play a role.
That's fair. I guess I just thought about Bilibin and Exterior being a big one because of all the potential encounter skips. This one stands out to me as far as encounter skips go, and so does Sahala Desert, I believe.
I mean, Sahala Desert is just... that is a different ball game. Right now, I don't... like, people care about the encounter skips. Bowie. They don't matter. The dirty secret here is that failing fleas is worse than getting an encounter. That's the problem. So, when you fail flea, it usually adds about 4 seconds to the fight. And it takes about 3 seconds to flee first try. So every time you fail, that's like an extra encounter. I would take first try flee missing every encounter skip, as opposed to getting all the encounter skips, but getting wrecked in basement from not fleeing. You'd probably come out about even, but I would personally prefer first try fleas across the board. Like, let's just say you get the average, which is like 3 encounters in Kolima, in basement. If you fail twice on each of them, that's basically the equivalent of 9 encounters through the whole thing. And if there are 5 encounter skips, if I recall correctly, 5 encounter skips. If you get all of those, if you miss all of those and get your standard 3, but flee all of them first try, that's 8. I'm 1 encounter ahead of you, even though I got like 5 more encounters. That's the dirty secret of this part of the game that no one really has worked out yet. Or maybe they have. Maybe Bluezer can be like, oh yeah, that makes sense now that I think about it. But of course it varies, right? Some of those encounters will just be like a rat. Like, I failed flee on 2 rats earlier, and those 2 rats just fled. And it's like, well, I guess that's just as good. So yeah, it's give and take. It's give and take.
Absolutely. It's funny, there's so many... If you change one part of this game, it impacts so many other different parts.
Surprisingly little. Surprisingly little.
Yeah.
It really seems like that from the outset, but it really doesn't. I found that it doesn't really matter what you do, the same basic stuff is going to come through. So like, for instance, introducing fleeing in Ultim has changed... What? Rate 30? Hello? Has changed basically nothing about the run. Even though, in theory, we're coming out a whole level short.
Mm-hmm.
That was a legitimate rate 30. Oh.
Yeah, that was I think that's the encounter skip that you're most likely to get out of all of them.
Yes, that's a 70% chance. But, I mean, that's like maximum encounter. That's awful. So now I am getting neither rate nor flea luck. This is what you call bad RNG.
And how's your PP there looking for healing?
You don't get any PP regen in the basement, so you don't want to heal if you can avoid it. Currently, Isaac has 7, and he's going to stay with 7 until way later.
And I know that being around the maybe under 25 or 30 HP mark is a little bit risky.
Only on Ivan. I should heal Ivan. But yeah, hey, Industrial Cat, thanks for the sub, appreciate it. Thanks for the prime. Welcome back. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really scared of anything. Like, I'm a little bit more scared in the overworld because the higher percentage chance of like the rats, and I think the rats really hurt or something. I am going to invest the heal now. Thank you, Ost. Yeah, so Isaac could die if bad things happen. Should be fine though. What is up with these quads? Come on. You can see the difference. Like, Ivan takes like 6 damage from like some stuff, and Isaac takes like 1. And Ivan already doesn't have a lot of PP. This split is already tragic, by the way. My best from my best 5 runs has already finished the split. This is not going well. Hey, I got an encounter skip. Nice.
If you get really good rate from here to the cave, it might be.
It'll be salvageable. Yeah, it'll be salvageable. I'm getting good rate right now, so.
Nice.
I actually have PP now, which is nice. I can heal. Oops, I stepped in the forest. That's fine. At some point, we need to talk about forests because forests are bad, as we both know.
But we have to cut through them.
Yeah. Co-caster, it's the good cause. I should update my stream title, but I haven't had a chance to.
Come on, Buttface, you don't know my voice yet?
Okay, that's a split. Ugh, okay, I have to risk this. Ooh.
You barely know my name. I guess I've been not running Golden Sun for a little bit of time now. I've been away.
This is dangerous. Ivan can die here. Okay, we're good now. Are we? We should be fine. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's move. I really need to heal Ivan. Apparently Flint a slot. That's gonna confuse me later. Should fix that.
Oh, this is a nice encounter for some experience.
Yeah, this is everybody's favorite encounter, unless you get the range. But yeah, it's the most experience, and it's completely risk free. Oh, there we go, I fixed it.
I had the range happen to me one time.
Yeah, I've seen it happen to other people. I have not personally experienced it yet. Oh, this is
nice rate so far here.
This is awesome.
We were talking about this earlier. These encounters in particular are can be quite devastating.
Ivan, is this a text first? It's a text first, isn't it? No, it's not. Isaac just outsped the gnome?
Huh.
What? Holy shit.
Go, Isaac.
Speedy Isaac. Can you do the double?
I'm noticing something really key here.
What's up?
You're setting Gust on Isaac now and not Garrett.
Yeah.
How long has it been like that for?
Have you not seen the Discord in the last week?
I haven't, actually.
So about, like, 10 days.
Okay. What's
There's one particular encounter that is an issue for, this with Gust on Isaac, and that's the double mauler. The issue I was running into is that Bear Claw on Ivan is instant death, with that setup. So then I realized, actually, you can just defend turn 1 so that Ivan doesn't die to Bear Claw. and then make it a 2-turn fight. Yeah, so make the fight a 2-turn, so that Ivan doesn't die. At worst, you get double Bear Claw, which is a 1 in 64 to get double Bear Claw. Double Bear Claw on Ivan, which would kill him, is a 1 in 600 and something, 634 or something stupid like that. So probability of no one dying in that fight goes way down with that realization, and kind of makes it so like Gus on Isaac is now just a clear choice, because being able to outspeed slimes is just really nice. So
I was about to ask about that now. Yeah, like I know that also gives him the ability to outspeed slimes and potentially gnomes if he gets a good roll on the speed.
yeah, apparently gnomes as well. What the hell? I did not know that one. I've never seen Isaac outspeed gnomes, so that's outspeeding gnomes is huge. They are the worst thing.
I know that quite a while ago this was a point of contention between you and Bowie there, but whether Gus was more viable on Isaac or Garrett there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We went back and forth on this for a while. I've got plenty of damage on people. I should be fine. I have a meme for this occasion.
Oh?
Yeah, let me spin that into chat as well, so the world is not deprived of memes.
I love that.
It's pretty great.
Has Bowie seen this?
Oh yeah, he's seen it.
Yeah.
No, that's the setup. Yeah, Garrett's fine, unless he gets crit. Just don't crit Garrett, please.
Oh, that's funny.
No, this...
Oh, this is different.
No, it's not different. It's just, if you have to dive into your menu to set up the summons, it's just better to do that strat, because you waste slightly less time in doing it.
Oh.
If you have the summons ready to go, you do not need to dive into the menu. It is all good. 0.
Nice.
Move on Garrett, who'd have thought?
Move on Garrett is something I've never done, but I definitely see the value in it. Yeah. It's Anglar.
I mean, in a good run, you don't need it, but this run has been challenging to say the least.
There's some people in chat asking about co-casters, so I'll just take a second to say that we're practicing for the May 16th Golden Sun Community Race on the GDQ channel, and I am the good cause. I have a few runs submitted on the leaderboard for Golden Sun, and yeah.
But Ivan did not outspeed, interesting. Control-Shift-T over Reyes. Control-Shift-T. That did not kill, interesting. I thought that killed, oh well. Level 6 on Garrett already. This is really interesting. This is a very interesting situation. This is the best encounter.
Nice. Yeah, that's a super fast clear, no summon needed.
Yeah.
What's the scariest encounter that you can see in this area? It's probably, my guess is the sirens.
Yeah, triple siren. Not even close.
Now, Plexa, have you ever gotten the range on this lovely little guy?
Oh yeah, all the time. Well, no, I don't get it very often. It's basically a level thing on Isaac. If Isaac is level 6, you should never miss the range.
Okay.
But if you're not level 6, well, you have a fun time.
It happened to me once, and so now I just always throw in an attack on the second turn.
Yeah. There is now a strat that allows you to do that fight without the range. It's in Discord. It's slower because it requires using Forge with what's his face, Ivan. So you basically eat a Forge, but you have security in that you'll never miss the range. Also, this is a considerably slower run than the one that I just had. Considerably. It's about 2 minutes slower, so this is looking like a mid-120 pace. We'll see.
I believe. Zalaros is a really great boss fight too. I really enjoy seeing anyone play through this fight.
Yeah, it's super technical. It's really fun to play. Yeah, so as soon as you start this cutscene, it's about at best, it's about 4 minutes before you can defeat Satoros. Generally, it's around 4:30. It can be as bad as 5 if you're slow and bad things happen. So I entered it at like 16:03. So best case scenario, I'm aiming for a low 120.
And for anyone that's watching that doesn't happen to know, which I'm sure is a very very small amount of people here in this channel, but Satoros is a boss fight that operates on a similar attack pattern, the same attack pattern every time. It's just that he enters the fight in a spot that we don't know. So he'll do a mix of attack, heat flash, and fireball and eruption. So we won't know exactly where he is in his cycle until turn 2, unless he starts with eruption.
Yeah, it's really convenient that Satoros is pattern-based. It allows us to play more aggressively than we ought to be able to. Knowing when his eruption is coming is incredibly powerful. It allows us to protect it or defend it or whatever, and yeah, it just allows us to keep a consistent stream of damage going into him, which makes this fight really accessible. If eruption was random, we would be pretty boned, yeah.
Yeah, if eruption was random, you might have to take Trep first. That's just off the top of my head. But like, how would you?
Yeah, we would find a way. I haven't considered it, but we would find a way.
Yeah.
Doing Trep first wouldn't change anything.
Luckily, it's not something that we really need to consider,
Yeah.
but count our lucky stars for that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hardest part of this fight, really, for me, in my experience, is learning who to heal quickly. I think that's the biggest time loss that you'll see most players have in this fight, is hesitating when they're not sure who to heal.
Refresh. Okay.
And you can get Fireball put into some tricky situations if between Fireball and Eruption, where you might have to heal multiple characters at the same time, and then it's just up to RNG, so that way you don't get
This could be the straight
in an
auto loss
unfortunate-
if I don't do that.
What's that?
That could have been just straight auto loss if I didn't heal Isaac either. I saw Blue lose a run to that the other day. It was not pleasant. I feel the wrong people here, but this doesn't matter. I'm down a herb. This is just really not good. Okay, this is fine. We can get through this.
Mia was quite vulnerable in that last turn, right?
Yeah, exactly. I should have swapped those skills around. It's actually
Nice. We love seeing that target on Ivan. He's very tanky against the fire elemental moves right now because he has the 2 Mai's Jin that we have set on him. So I believe that increases his resistance quite high.
Yeah, that's the class bonus, really. It gives him a ton of HP. HP is the best tanking stat in the game. So the more you can basically be tanky, the less likelihood is that something bad happens. I could have presumed that. That's fine. Yeah, okay, we win. It's a slow fight, but we win. Yeah, I mean, I cannot commentate the Satoros fight and play it fast at the same time, but I will be able to when we actually go to America, when we actually commentate.
Oh, no worries.
It's the one time in the run I actually have to focus quite a lot. Yeah. Yep, this run is pretty doomed. That's okay.
You called it right, though. You said you were going to get a mid 120.
It's almost like I played this game before, you know?
Almost like you played it for like 7 years or something.
Yeah, like 430 is like your average Satoros fight. If you play slow, 420 is probably the average Satoros fight now that I think about it. This was a pretty bad pattern and I had to think about things. Like, what happened on that second turn where I healed Isaac was, if Isaac got targeted by Eruption, he would die even through Defend. I know that Ivan at level 7 can tank Eruption. So I made a judgment call to say I'm going to heal with Ivan and trust that if I get Eruption on any other people, if I get Eruption on 3 people, I can heal my way out of that fight, and I can heal my way out of that situation and be okay. Which is exactly what happened. You saw him target Ivan, he goes down to like 7 HP, and then just nut back to full HP, and it's all good. So, I don't know if that actually was required, but I saw Blue lose a run to this exact seed, this exact attack pattern the other day, where it was, he had Heat Flash into Isaac, attack into Isaac, Eruption into Isaac, and Isaac died, so I didn't want to take a risk. Gotta keep the stream going, you know?
Absolutely. I find it interesting how we know the Satoros fight so well, but sometimes there can just be such bad RNG, I guess, that it kills a run.
Yeah, I think the strat's like 96% consistent. There are certainly ways that you can just get unlucky. Like, you only have one nut. The nut is the thing that adds a ton of consistency, because if someone gets unfortunately targeted and just racks up that damage, the nut saves the situation, basically. But you only get to pull that card once. So let's say if Satoros targets Mia on every single turn without exception, Mia will die. 100% she will die. She cannot tank that much damage. Well, maybe she won't die. I don't know. In any percent she dies. So at any percent she dies. I'm pretty sure she dies here too, but I'm not 100% sure, because maybe we're able to get more fizzes off or something. I don't know. I'm sure there is a pattern where she can die. And some of the starting positions are also really sketchy. My least favorite is... which one is it? Attack, Heat Flash, Fireball. That's my least favorite. Because you don't have Ramses for the Fireball. So you have to take a Fireball to the face. And you don't have any good tools to play around it, and you just take tons of damage. And if you get Fireball 4, it means there's another Fireball coming in two turns anyway. You've got to heal maybe 3 people. Like, what do you even do? It's just really terrible. It's Sleek's and Recovery. That's annoying. It's really awful. That's why it's my least favorite opening position. I mean, I'm sure Blues has got an opinion on this, but that's my one.
Yeah, if he's lurking around in chat there still.
That's the one, Jim. We will... 112 is... Yeah, 112 is 2 encounters, so I'm not gonna go for it. A little bit too much hesitation there, but yeah. Get like 60 experience-ish from these encounters, so... Yeah, so I wouldn't have got 8 after this encounter. Those 2 encounters would not have done it. The Oozes are good because they give you 2 enemies worth of experience. The Mauler only gives you like 30 experience or something. 40 experience is not enough. Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't commit now.
What if you got the triple goblin?
Yeah, triple goblin would have been great. Right. And yeah, we did solve double bear. Double bear is basically defend, attack, defend, and then Ramses defend ray. You split it over 2 turns, nobody dies, but it could be way worse, so we take that. I think that's pretty acceptable.
I see, so we still use Ovoid to avoid the overworld encounters, but it's not effective in Shred.
Exactly, yeah. So it's going to work up to the first room. It will work in the first room of Kalima Forest, but it will stop working thereafter. Yeah, it's way better than buying more armor for Ivan. Even though you could do that, it just doesn't make any sense. I still have move on Garrett. Wondering if that's going to matter anywhere. I don't think it does. Yeah, that should be fine. Oops, I didn't use a void. Silly me.
It shouldn't matter.
It does, because you get the encounter, you get the avoid text if you don't time it right.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're right, it doesn't matter, but it's like, could have avoided that if I'd just done avoid a little bit earlier. Oh well. So yeah, no encounters here, but we get encounters starting in this room, which is a bit of an annoying room. So people who get level 8 will obviously go through this very quickly, but they will have invested time to get to level 8. So yeah. If we get first try flee on pretty much everything, then you'll see that just getting level 8 just isn't worth it, right? That's one encounter we've had so far. Like, how many encounters are you going to skip with a void? It usually works out to maybe like 4 or 5. So it's like 4 or 5 encounters where you have very good chances to flee, so it really does need to be a really quick kill to get to level 8 to make it work.
What are the odds of getting level 8 right after Satoros? Probably incredibly low, right?
Right now, very low. I've had runs that have done it. I believe the 338 had it happen. I believe.
Very lucky.
Yeah, because that one got wrecked on the way to Emil. It got like 1 billion encounters. So it was a really slow grind up there, but at the end of Satoros, we had level 8, so it's kind of why Tret matters. Like, if you get enough bad encounters on the way to Satoros, you may actually be in a really good position for Tret and can make up a ton of time, or make up some time. Which is what happened.
I was just thinking the same thing, like, the encounters that you would get before Satoros to secure that level 8 after Satoros, you know, like, it's all relative whether you get it before or after. What really matters is the Tret split.
Exactly. And after Tret, like, we don't care anymore. Like, levels are basically irrelevant. Like, again, we've got that soft target of Isaac 11 and Alton somewhere. But, I mean, it really is a soft target. We could, some people go for level 10 and they just don't care. All power to them, I say. If you are level 8, this room here is the first room where encounters... Oh no, so encounters are still deactivated in here, but they work in the first 2 Tret rooms. It's really strange that it doesn't work on the exterior here. And that's probably the biggest benefit of level 8. Like, you skip... These 2 encounters that I've just had, you would have skipped them with the void. But I got first try flee on everything, so it doesn't really matter. This is actually a really, really good trip so far. Alright, okay. So now we have Breeze. So I'm a proponent of always mint Ivan. Like, I will never not mint Ivan. I think just it's always the right play, regardless of whether you get level 7 or not. So I do not have the ability to outspeed him. So he can just run. But he didn't, so we're all good. So I think if you are not going to outspeed Breeze, there is no point in trying to do summons before it gets an action. The thinking here is, if it runs away, you've committed a summon animation. You have to get recovery, you have to see those animations, all that terribleness. So I've adapted to the strategy here where I summon Kieran with Garrett instead of Ivan. If Ivan used it, Ivan would outspeed Breeze and, well, would get that summon. So I just do it that way, and if Breeze runs, great. If Breeze doesn't run, even better.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like that. You have something like that for Zephyr now too?
No, Zephyr is still an asshole. The
Lovely.
problem with Zephyr is that Zephyr outspeeds us, so we have no agency over whether it runs or not. And if it does choose to run, well, cool beans. Guess we die.
Can't one-turn it.
Oh, we do one-turn it. We do one-turn Zephyr.
Okay.
Yeah. Zephyr's always been a one-turn, it's just Zephyr has priority and can just run if it wants to.
Well, you know what I was thinking about? I think Bully showed me a 2-turn that's safer.
Yeah, I
A
know
lot
that's right.
longer.
Yeah, I know the strat. If Mia is level 11, you can do a safe strat where it can't kill Ivan, which is fine. Just go for the Witch's Wand proc blue, clearly. Thorn. Okay, we should
Hopefully
be
no one
fine.
gets Bruiser Luck in the run and gets a triple CBS, CBS Zephyr.
Yeah, I played this wrong. This is the wrong way to do this fight now. I should have defended with Mia.
Is Oil Drop still viable?
No. Not yet. I need to relook into it. I've just been lazy.
I see. So with the no plasma strat, Oil Drop hasn't been worked out yet, I guess.
No, I haven't really worked it out. We'll get there though. Yay, fake gold.
I'm surprised it impacts the Oil Drop strat so much.
The oil drop strat is really quite tight. It's like just enough damage to get over the line, and Tret still gets 2 actions, right? Because you need that flare wall from Garrett to come through. Yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate, that strat. So if you, it's fake. Yeah.
Oh.
I reset all my splits today. I was like, Blue reset his splits like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, you know what, he's got a point. Like, there are lots of splits that I've never really updated, and just the strats that have been updated have not been updated with the splits, so there's like old split times, new split times, different strategies being used. It's just not accurate, right? So I just got rid of them all, and I was like, we'll start again. Loser was right. Yeah. So I for the stream today, I looked at my 5 best times and just put them all into this new split file, and this is what came out of it. And I was actually pretty pleased to see that if you took my 5 best runs and took the best split across each of those 5 runs, my sum of best was below 330, which is really cool. Just goes to show how bullshit this run is and how fast you can lose time.
Absolutely. It's always like, from the participant or the viewer's perspective, it's an interesting experience, because you're like you're so hyped that your streamer is up 2 minutes, speaking specifically to Blues Run the other day, and then I tune back in at Fusion Dragon and he's up like 10 seconds, and I'm like, what the hell happened?
You have no idea. So I have 4 3-3x times. My slowest is a 339.30. Okay? Blue yesterday got a 339.37, so 7 seconds slower than my 39.30. Do you want to guess whether 39.30 overtook Blue's run?
Do I want to guess where it overtook it?
Which split? Yeah, which split did it overtake Blue's?
Can I get a few guesses?
Okay.
I'm gonna say Sahala
No,
Desert.
not even close.
Was it Venus too?
No, getting warmer.
Oh wow.
It was
Fusion Dragon?
It was in the Fusion Dragon fight. It was behind the entire run until like halfway through the Fusion Dragon fight. And then it's just snuck ahead. Welcome to Golden Sun.
I had to, I was at work during that run, so I couldn't watch it all intently, but I tuned in and saw the positive, what was it, a 158 Manticore? Is that the right time?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Is that a world record for Manticore?
It's world record Manticore, yeah.
You sound a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, I care a lot about losing that time, actually. I care a lot about it. Because, like, before that run, there'd only ever been one sub 2 Manticore, and I was the proud owner of that, and I was like, you know what? That's nice. Yeah, like, I feel good about this. And then Blueser comes along, and not only does he smash my Manticore time, but he also takes away the title of the only person to have a sub 2 Manticore. So it's like
How
a
much
double
did he kill
whammy.
the time by?
1 minute and 15 seconds.
Wow.
It's not even close. I don't care about Kraken. Kraken's a corollary of Manticore. If you have a 158 Manticore, of course you're gonna have a good Kraken time.
That's fair.
Like, for me, endgame ends on Manticore, on Vine, but, like, Manticore is the one I care about. No, we're not talking about the 335, we're talking about, just... I guess we are talking about the 335. No, actually, the 338 snuck ahead, so I guess my best Kraken time is, my 338, I think. Yeah, I know, fucking Vine. If I got an encounter that was really bad, I was really irresponsible and did not heal. I also am not going to have enough PP to retreat afterwards, so this is bad. That path being there is super convenient. That's not retreat glitch, that's just the path is there. It's always there. What do you got for me?
That room before this room it's really weird. Like, what's the deal with that?
It's just the way that it is. Like, the whole point is you run around the dungeon, turn on the dragon, it breathes fire, it lights up the room. You see this path along the ground, and you're like, oh, supposed to go along the path, I see. A lot of people think that the path is activated by the dragon. No, the path was always there, it's just... the devs were lazy. Yeah.
Nice first try, but Zephyr there.
Yeah, this way.
And then luckily this door up top here leads out with the retreat glitch.
Yeah, it's still it feels bad, but it's not as slow as it looks. Basically, it looks
convenient.
It looks really slow, but it's not that slow. Yeah, there's a couple convenient retreat whoops. Yeah,
like Treachery has one too.
Yeah. What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. Phase 2 of the
And
run.
now we switch into Procny mode.
Yeah, Procny. Yeah, so I mean, when we set up the run, we'll obviously be talking about expected values and shit, because that's just the way that this run is. This is the first real point of the game where that flips, where, like, before Satoros, it's still faster to flee, but you need levels to defeat Satoros, and it's just really scary. This is the first point in the run where you actually have decent odds to flee, but Procny is so fast, it's not faster to flee on average. Now, if you just get insane RNG, yeah, okay, sure, you'll be faster than Procny, but, you know, Procny's over in a blink of an eye, and the experience is, like, not being wasted either. Like, we are all of this experience is going to come in handy in getting to level 12. So yeah, it's just...
You just did something there that's really, really key that I want to touch on. I think you know what you know what you did, but it might not be obvious.
I did two things there, so I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Yeah. So the one thing that I wanted to mention is that if you end the encounter with a summon, you skip the power-up animation that happens at the end. And so what Plexo did there was using Procne with Mia instead of Ivan, who has the higher synergy value for it.
Exactly. Yeah, so ending on summons is great. The second thing was using Whirlwind instead of Ray. Whirlwind saves frames over Ray if you can use it.
Really?
I learned on my previous run that you cannot use Whirlwind if the enemy is a Deathhead, because the Deathhead has just enough HP by like 2 or 3 to tank it. So you do indeed have to use what do you call it? Ray on that encounter.
Ranges,
huh?
You know, you've been pretty lucky so far as Jin fights go. I know that Sleep fled from us, but no flee from Zephyr and no flee from Quartz is quite nice.
Yeah, it's certainly nice, although I wouldn't call it lucky. In theory, Jin only have an 11% chance to run. It feels way more likely than that. But yeah, it's 11% apparently. So yeah, play the 1 in 9 game.
I see. The 1 in 9 game with how many Jin across the game, yeah? How
yeah,
many have an actual chance to flee?
Yeah, I mean, there's really 4 of them that we care about. Yes, the lurker in that corner. I assume you're lurking. It's 11%, although it does not feel that way. Yeah.
Huh. And of course, the Elven shirt is so key for this game. I think it's the only equip that we actually go really far out of our way to get.
Yep, it is. Agility is the most important stat in this game because it allows you to do things before the opponent. In the speedrun, what that means is we can outturn things and destroy them before they can do anything, which saves time. Agility is less relevant on bosses like Fusion Dragon and Citrus Minati and whatnot, but it's still helpful to like close out a fight without the boss getting an action. It's basically a free turn. So we do a lot of stuff with agility to
the Elven shirt here increases your agility by 50%, and even in boss fights when agility isn't as relevant, we use the Elven shirt to do some different types of combinations and turn orders that we wouldn't normally be able to do. We put the Elven shirt on Garrett for Kraken, for example.
Yeah, here's an example of agility, right? We're going to use Zephyr. First time we've got Zephyr and can put it immediately to use. By using Zephyr here, everybody's going to be fast enough to outspeed the Killer Ape on the final turn, which basically means we get a free turn of damage, which makes this fight way more consistent than it would otherwise be.
Garrett can do a few things that are actually tricky. One is Ransack, which just does a shit ton of damage, but the other thing that it can do that's just horribly inconvenient, really, is it can use Bind. And I believe that we need to use Psi Energies on Mia and Garrett to close up the fight. So if the Killer Ape gets a successful bind off on one of them, we have to use backup strats.
Bind's actually not a problem. Warcry is a problem.
Okay.
Bind on Garrett is truly terrible. But Bind on Mia or Ivan is whatever. You just switch up the order in which you do things. Like, you just need to get 2 synergies and a summon. We just end on with Isaac to avoid the power-up. Right? Mm-hmm. It's literally the only reason we use Isaac. You could use Mia, you could use Ivan, but yeah. Alright, we got the encounter, that's nice.
And now we come into the problem of the mini-apes.
I could have healed. But yeah, so Garrett is the only one that we care about. Garrett needs to get his actions off. Be that because he hasn't been bound, or because he doesn't get Warcry, which stops you from doing anything.
Right, and I also believe that Garrett's elemental type, the Mars element, is the effective type against Killer Ape. Is that right?
Correct, that's why we use Flare Wall. Flare Wall is the strongest thing we can do that's not a summon. So we just, get him to do a ton of Flare Walls, because it's the best thing we can hope for, basically. This is not a fun fight.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a risk. What do I do here? I gotta go for it, don't I?
Oh god, you're so lucky.
I'm dead. I'm not dead.
Oh my god.
I'm not dead. I have a meme for this. If we can get to... We have a meme for this, yeah.
I love it when you get like... I see this happen
perfect.
to Blue all the time. Like really, really bad RNG, but then really, really good RNG.
Yeah, let me bring up the meme for this one.
But yeah, I think that was the right play, right? Like, is this an island?
It's I don't know about the right play, but mathematically it's the right play. It feels bad when it doesn't work, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like with the what you're playing against with your PB, you have to do stuff like that. We were talking about that earlier, right? Like where you have to do riskier things.
I don't know why I'm fighting this. I don't want to clench my butt again. It's not even that bad, right? It's not even that bad because I need the experience anyway, so it could be worse.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead. We got time. We got a really long cutscene.
Are just they have so much HP. They take 2 tier 3 summons to kill, I think. What?
They do, yeah.
What is that NPC?
It's Jerry. We love Jerry. Look, the apes are really strange. So the apes can be fought as a mini-boss in Mogul Forest, sorry. If you use Force on the tree trunks, they pop out and they go "Bleh," and then you defeat them and they jump away, showing you the path through the forest. So being a mini-boss, they have a ton of HP. They have like 290-ish HP. 290, 291. A lot of HP. Which is like over double anything else in this region. Over double. In fact, the ape is the first member of the ape enemy line. The final member of the ape enemy line is called the Dirty Ape. We will see them later on in the run. The Dirty Ape has 200 HP, which is ridiculous. Like, the last enemy in the line has less HP than this stupid ape. So... yeah, they take 2 tier 3s, and nothing else will do, yeah.
Love it, Melissa. Love it.
Yeah. So,
does the last member of the ape family there also have a lower attack stat than this one?
no, it's got appropriate attack stats.
I see. So it's just the HP value.
Exactly. It's crazy.
And you can also get double ape encounters, which is always fun.
Yeah. Double apes only start being a thing in Alton though, so you kind of have enough tools to deal with it. As in, you have
Tiamat?
Yeah, you have Tiamat, which feels way better to use than Neptune, because Neptune is very slow.
But not as slow as the dinosaur of Time Loss, right?
Time Lossosaurus, yeah.
Time Lossosaurus. I'm actually a fan of taking the double ape encounter in Alton.
Yeah, it's going to depend on my situation.
My rationale for it is that it takes the same amount of time to clear a double ape as it does a single ape, and the risk in fleeing from it and failing is exponentially higher because there's 2 of them.
Speaking of which...
Oh, it didn't ransack there, which is nice.
So that worked out very much in my favor. But yeah, it's a balancing act, right? Like, I don't want to fight apes if I can help it. I certainly don't want to fight them with Neptune. So that first encounter there, I'm really hoping it's not an ape. I'm hoping it's like anything other than an ape that I can just clear with Procne. Okay. Expecting to get level 11 on Isaac around the second living statue. Attacks first. Nice.
Now, if that wasn't an attacks first, would you have still fled?
No, I would have killed it. I'm still trying to get level 11 on Isaac, so I'll just take everything.
Gotcha. This is making me really, really look forward to the 16th. I'm super hyped that we're doing this.
I'm unbelievably hyped, man. Like the lead can change in a split. In any split, the lead can change. And I am so excited for that, because it should make for a really good race. I think, here's my prediction, and Blue and Val are here, so they can interpret this as they will. I think Blues is going to be ahead at Kraken. I think he's going to be first place. I think he's going to be first place, and I don't think it's going to be particularly close. I then think that something's going to happen, and I am pretty sure Blueser will lose a ton of time in Alt Miller or Suhala or something, and end up behind, and I want to say Bowie, because Bowie's got pretty solid endgames.
Bowie does have a good endgame.
I think that there will be a lead change at that point. Somewhere, like, conclusively after Suhala, conclusively after Tunnel Ruins or something. I think Velissa could be in there as well. Velissa's totally in there as well.
I want Future to take it.
I mean, sure he can if he gets Future X RNG. I have a meme for that too. Let me find my meme. I got memes for everything, man. Fuck, I'm so salty. I'm salty about the world. Here it is. We done encounter, but I can flee from it. Looks for allies. I really shouldn't be doing this. I should wait until the Lama Temple cutscene. But whatever, I'm being bold.
Multitasking.
Yeah, this is dangerous. People could die.
They're so close to the end now.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh.
That's super unlucky. It doesn't
really
anything.
matter at this point, right?
It's just really annoying because I really wanted to heal off that damage. So now I get to spam Frost for a while. Yeah, less than ideal. We have to do some reviving in Lama Temple, but it's still good. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I love that. Can you just send me your entire folder of Golden Sun memes?
It's on the Discord, man. Just check out the Discord. They're all there.
Okay, I'm so bad at looking at the Discord and like looking under all of the different.
It's just an image. It's just an image spam. Like, I just went on a tirade last week.
I love it.
This interesting.
This meme is how I feel about when Future bopped me. To be completely fair, Future put in the work, and he completely deserves to
I know.
that I had.
I know.
But when he was doing he did YOLO Miller in the run that he submitted, and like got some really good RNG on it, and that minute really pushed him ahead. I felt.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was watching it, and I was like, I'm cheering for you because you're my bro, but
also, yeah, that was me yesterday with Blue, right? Like, if he had bopped me, I would have been sad, but I would have been happy. But in the moment, I was just like, "Come on, Rat, defend, Flash, defend! You got this, Rat! Yes, let's go!"
I would be so unbelievably hyped if someone even came close to a 335.
No one's getting close to a 335, I guarantee you. Like, it's like lightning striking twice. It's so unlikely to get it in a race setting. But someone could touch 339. Someone could so absolutely be touching 33X. Blue and Bowie have been knocking out really sick runs lately, and you just need enough things to go your way, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a numbers game, right? You just have to do enough runs.
Yeah. But like,
and
the more I run against the 335, the more how stupid it is. It's like, it's the most unfair thing I've ever encountered. It's so cruel. Because like it has its setbacks. It has like some really bad time loss in Vine and after Colosso and Xi'an Overworld. Those 3 areas lose collectively like 3 minutes, right? Which is ridiculous, right? 3 minutes of time loss through dumb shit. Still 335. But the thing is, you come into Tunnel Ruins and you're like even-ish with the 335. I haven't had that happen yet, but let's say you're even-ish. You're not even. You're behind. You're 2 minutes behind. And you have the hardest split in the run ahead of you. Like, it's just unfair. It's so unfair.
And it's especially like demoralizing that huge RNG component is at the end of the run.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can go even with yourself, and then you have that Venus 2 split, which is so difficult, but you also need that RNG to play with you.
Yeah.
So that way you can match your PB.
You can't, like, I don't know, you cannot be behind the 335 going into Tunnel Ruins, because it just cheats. It gets attacks first in Tunnel Ruins, 1 encounter, and then from there on out, that's the story of the run, right? It just gets unreal. But anyway, that's the 335. We won't talk too much about that, I hope.
Yeah, on the 16th, you mean?
Yeah. I'm sure we'll mention it once or twice, but...
oh, yeah. Yeah, we really want to focus on the runners and what's happening live, right?
Exactly. Alright, Lamacon Desert, have you seen the GDQ skip? It's not real. We don't really... Oh my god, that is old.
I have watched this. Also, shoutouts to a quad encounter.
Yeah, it's not that bad. There are worse quads, but it's awkward. It's so early.
Quads in this game are so horribly inconvenient, I think, mainly because the game is set up on the AoE 3 targets, with the center being the strongest, aside from summons, obviously.
Yeah, this is like last Lamacon. Like I'm already -1 encounter, or +1 encounter, I should say. It's just super annoying. And Mia
I like that we've all adopted the Blueser strat here of setting Forge, so that way we can use Drench.
Yeah, it's both good and bad, right? It just gives you more practical options in a fight. Like, you don't need it.
A certain level of consistency, though.
Yeah, it's convenient. It's you don't have to think about anything. Yeah, this is some real shit here, Blue. This is real bad. It's fine. I'm not looking to PB. I know my title says looking for 333, but I'm not looking to PB. It's about getting a run done, you know? I am way off. Why am I way off? Yeah, it's some of the Salamander fights that push it above for me. I mean, you can do that with ice attack, but it is slower, right? I hope this is gonna work. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I've seen the swimming through the sand skip here.
I'm a little bit high. Oh, that still worked. I'm so lucky. Yeah, it's the Tundra encounters that get you, but this is not so bad. I don't know why I didn't set Forge, but I didn't. It's the second time I've done that, by the way. Should be fine.
This is one of those examples earlier that we were talking about, setting the Elven shirt on Garrett to have a different type of turn order. Kind of manipulating the speed.
Yeah, so Manticore is also a pattern-based boss, but we don't really care about the pattern. Basically. So
yeah,
Delude, Poison Tail, and Pear. So Poison Tail is kind of scary. If Ivan gets poisoned, he will die, but otherwise we're okay.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be talking about the retreat glitch probably around Mercury Lighthouse the first time that it shows up, and honestly, every time I've ever run this game I've tried to explain the retreat glitch and I don't think I can do it justice, so I might leave that one to you, Plex.
No, please do. I'm more than happy to take it, don't worry about that. Yes, don't do it on Ivan, please. Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, I think this boss fight is not really that scary. Poison Tail is definitely what will kill most of your characters.
Yeah, you have enough tools to play around it, but it's not that bad. It's just that every so often you'll come into the Manticore fight and you'll have to burn the Water of Life you just picked up.
Yeah, the really bad thing that can happen here is that I think more often than not it's not Poison Tail that will kill your party, but the poison that follows afterwards. And then if you don't use your Water of Life to heal them, you can't, a lot of the times you'll be one gen short of Thor, which you need for Vine immediately after this fight.
Yeah. I shouldn't have healed it, by the way.
No?
No, I should have done it here. It's fine.
Oh, just one less menu?
Yeah, that's fine. Please, I'm sorry. Yes. Alright, we're in there, We will definitely be talking about Vine. Probably in the lead up through Llama-Khan, I expect. Like, we'll talk about Llama-Khan and stuff. But we'll probably talk about Vine in the lead up. This Vine happens so quickly after Manticore, and it's like one of the biggest RNG points of the entire run, right? Yeah, look at that, I'm only 20 seconds behind world record now. Woo! Only.
And yeah, Vine's a really tricky one, mostly just because of the overworld encounters that you can get instead of it, right?
Yeah, it's like, I forget what I worked it out to be. I think it's like 40% chance to encounter Quartz. Vine. You did it, now I'm doing it.
One of those Venus gens, right?
Yeah, so it's like 40% chance to get it. So it is the most likely thing you will see, but it's also, you're also not likely to see it. Oh, that should have been an Ivan. I'm gonna fix it just because I want to be proper. There we go. That's a Bowie strat right there. It's a very good idea. It just means that when you get to, if you have to use it on Satoru's Minati Fusion Dragon, you have it on Ivan. Just in case Mia dies. That is not what you want to do. That is
I remember
awesome.
you talking about that during one of your streams.
Yeah.
I think Kraken's going to be one of the most hyped moments of the Community Day race.
I don't know about that. There's going to be, like, the issue is going to be we're going to all be in the boat at the same time. Like, even Future will be in the boat. So we'll just be sitting there being like, yep, we're waiting for Kraken. There's only so many ways you can explain it's a 1 in 6 we need to proc sleep or stun, otherwise we're going to have a bad time. Only so many times we can explain that, right?
That's true, that's very true. I just think, aside from how the audience feels, I am going to be boiling over in anticipation.
Yeah, sure. I get it. So, okay, so I'm getting Mailcap, testing Mailcap. I'm not committed to it. It's like with the level 2 Forge. Like, I'm playing around with these ideas. I'm not committed to them yet. I'm just trying them out, see how they feel. Do I notice a difference? I don't know. Yes, end. It'll be on Games Done Quick. So that'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah, we've worked it out with GDQ to do this as part of their hotfix series, and they're doing it because it's the 20th anniversary of Golden Sun this year.
Thank you, Blue Sir. I was just about to type that. I see casinos talking on our good friend Future's channel. Shoutouts to Future. 134 tread. We take those. Amanda? We take those on a bad day. There is a time. It'll be like it's like 12 to 4 Eastern, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be starting 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So, I'm gonna be a pussy here. Just in case we get, gonna get the encounter, whatever. If I didn't get scared there, you can skip the menu there. If you don't use Judgment in the Overworld, you will have Judgment on the first encounter on the boat, and everything aligns so that it works. So it's basically skips the Jin menu. But I was too scared and I wanted to heal. Because the worst feeling is you get an encounter, you can't flee from it, and people die, so whatever. Alright, quote time.
The people from GDQ are asking me right now, they're asking me if only our 2 commentators will be talking or if the runners will be talking too. Which is an interesting thing I never really considered, but I think that having all 6 of us talking would be way too much.
Yeah. I mean, it might be nice to interview somebody after the fact, but I think that's kind of the only possibility, because otherwise it's just too chaotic, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, not everybody can talk about the game and play it at the same time. Like, even I can't when it gets stressful. Good thing the game's not that stressful for most part of it, I can just autopilot. Speaking of autopilot, that dude has the best Twitch channel on Twitch. That's so much fun. I love it so much.
Who does?
Autopilot. Not spelled as an A-U-T-O, but O-R-T-O. So Auto Pilot. He is a live looper musician guy. Holy crap, his stream was so much fun. It is so good. The dude's insanely talented.
I've never checked it out. Does he play music?
Yes. That's all he does. He just takes viewer requests and does his own covers of whatever. They're so good.
Huh. Should definitely send that to Blue. I know he loves music.
Blue has a taste in music, yes.
Specifically, I think he plays a few instruments, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, does he? Like, actually?
Yeah, I think, he could do Wonderwall on the guitar.
Yo, nice. What did Order do the other day that was, like, amazing? Oh, this is a ton of shit. Oh, he did... you know Ace of Base?
There's a duck stream where you can feed ducks with bits. Why didn't I think of that?
That's a great stream, though. You know Ace of Base, of course.
Sorry?
Do you know Ace of Base?
I don't know them, no.
Alright, they're like some popular group around these days. He did a Ace of Drum and Bass cover. It was so good.
Funny enough, like, I'm pretty new to Twitch. Like, I've only been around the space for under a year.
Future just got Swift Strike propped in the encounter of the 4 Zephyr. Yikes. That is the worst
Watching
feeling.
that too.
I got my eyes on everything now. That's so unfortunate.
Man.
The Dirge, the Swift Strike has a chance to like double or triple damage depending on the Dirge. And if it procs, someone dies. You can't do anything about it. It's why I don't like fleeing right before Zephyr. Like, I know you have to, but I don't like it. Because Dirges and Moles are stronger than... level-wise, are stronger than everything else, so yeah.
What is the name of this duck stream?
We linked it that one time. It's really good. Link it, Blue! Link it!
Come on, Blue.
I can only post memes, I can't link Twitch channels.
Dash ducks.
There we go.
Something notable about this pre-Kraken boat sequence is that if you're a runner and you want to take a washroom break, I think that you have exactly 40 seconds or so. Is it during this cutscene or is it the next one?
This first one's got a lot of text boxes, so you never do this one unless you're me. The next one has one text box you need to clear. So that one you can kind of do as well. It kind of works. So that's a thing. But the last one has no text boxes. That's the one that gives you the maximum time without any input. Oh yeah, I've got a meme about this as well. Let's go. All the memes today.
I love it. Oh, man. Now, yeah, I find it challenging to get through this run without having to go to the bathroom, but, you know, I'm also going to be thinking about picking up TLA as a speedrunning game once the notes are, I know that the notes are available now, I just haven't looked at them.
Yeah, just exclamation point note, TLA notes in chat. You can have them. There's 150 pages of notes. No stone left unturned. Literally any person can pick them up and finish a run. I do not advise you do that, but you can. Basically,
the intent did, right?
Yeah, he picked up the notes. He did a blind run. If you can read, yeah. Like the intent is that the notes are so expansive that you pick and choose what you want in your notes, right? You just all the material is there. You just need to choose what you need to get through the run. And what you need to get through the run is going to decrease over time. Like, I've got literally every map that you'll ever need in the game. As in, oh yeah, go here, do this, talk to this person, do that, etc. You don't need that once you've done like 3 runs. Like, you know what you're doing. And maybe you want, like, the Gaia Rock path. Okay, fine. It's not like up, left, down, right, down, right, down, right, up. No, it's not that at all. It's whatever the fuck you want it to be. But yeah. So yeah.
That's really cool that you made that. I appreciate that kind of stuff because I'll be using it to make my own notes. And yeah, my Golden Sun notes at the end compared to when I started were significantly shorter.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the point, right? You just pull whatever you want in and let the rest of it be and just do whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy.
For sure.
But all the detail you need should be there. Sorry, go ahead.
Funny thing I was just thinking about is that the first run I ever submitted for Golden Sun, I had forgotten to turn the text box speed to fast. So, it's the little things.
That's something. Oh, I like this meme. This meme should be used more. It's not related to what's happening, but... I like that guy.
Is that possible?
Yeah, you can quad fail anything, man. Like, to some extent.
I've never ever quad failed. What's the chance on that? I know triple fail.
It's like Ultima rage fleeing something or something to quad fail.
Oh,
Or like CBS triple fail, which I count as a quad fail. That kind of thing.
okay.
But it's a
Funny.
it's a good one. I hate when that happens.
I've never had that happen, but I've also never tried to flee in Alt Miller or you know what? I actually did try and flee in Venus 2.
Oh yeah, how'd that work out?
I actually got away. It was dumb luck, and then Future messaged me in the Twitch chat, and he's like, "Just so you know, you just succeeded like a 15% chance to flee."
Yeah. Honestly, if you don't die in Venus 2, fleeing is the fastest strategy. The problem is not dying. Like I'm actually considering picking up a 4th Water of Life just so I can play aggressively at that point in the game. Like if I need to flee from like the final encounter for whatever reason, I feel like I can or something. But that's like if I needed
really try.
If I needed to save time, yeah, why not?
I mean, like, isn't the first chance to flee is 0%, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, if you don't die, I've done this. I've done simulations, right? I have done things where I've like tried to stop people from dying, basically. Well, I've had people die and then use Waters of Life to revive them, etc. If you can get to the end of Venus 2 fleeing, you are consistently going to be faster. On average. The issue is that you run out of revives very, very quickly.
I wonder,
that's it.
do you have to do like a triple fleet generally before, like
Yeah.
when does it become favorable for you to successfully flee in Venus 2? Is it like 2 or 3 or 4?
4. 4 fails.
4.
So the first one's like -5, then it's like 15, then 35. 35% on the 3rd flee. The 4th flee is about 55%.
Brutal.
But every encounter takes like 30 seconds in Venus 2, so even though it takes forever, you're on average saving time, which is stupid, but yeah.
If you survive, right? Like, how do
If
you
you
survive
survive.
that? How do you survive that many turns?
You do a menu to go into into tier 4 classes, basically. And then
Okay.
you have tank stats on everybody, and you can maybe live. But the critical issue is you don't have revive as an ability. You only have Waters of Life. And if you could consistently get to the end with people alive, you'd be fine. But you can't. And the Waters of Life just run out, and you just feel sad. What am I doing this? Not ABT, you don't have to go to it.
Kraken here is another example of what we talked about earlier with manipulating people's agility or speed to do
Right.
different turn orders.
Tier 4 classes need level 19, Ico. Level 19, we are not level 19. You gotta be kidding me.
Getting spicy.
Hey!
It's.
There we go.
Did you drop the sleep bomb on Mia?
Who cares about Sleep on Mia, to be honest? Who cares?
Okay, fair enough. At some point, you have to drop that kind of stuff, right? To just optimize the run further and push the. If you get bad RNG, you get bad RNG. What can you do?
Look, mathematically, the sleep bomb adds 0.7% of a chance that it will be slept. 0.7%. The problem is, if everything fails until the sleep bomb, it's now a 30% chance that it will do something, so pick your poison.
Fair enough.
Don't die, please. Good. Rainbow kill, let's go.
Nice.
Actually, Rainbow Kill's worth it, because I'm trying to get to level 14 as fast as possible so I can flee. So, even though Rainbow technically loses time there, that's basically an encounter less I need to take later on. So that's kind of a neat little thing that I started thinking about as well. Just like taking the Rainbow kills to get to the level thresholds faster so we can flee from things. You know? So that's like that's just me kind of like planning like the next generation of like speed. No one else is doing this shit, which is actually the right thing. They shouldn't be trying this stuff out if they care. I'm just out here being mad and trying stuff. Like I said, I'm not expecting to PB this run, or any run, really.
Do you have a meme for this?
For which? The Kraken?
Your theory crafting.
Actually, I kind of do.
You know that scene from Horrible Bosses with the one guy with the string and the charts all over the place?
I don't have that. I do have this.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like that.
I got that one.
But yeah, you know what? That's something that I was asking, because I ask a lot of questions when I'm a viewer in runs, generally. Especially in Bowie's stream when I was first learning the game, I asked so many questions. But Rainbow Kills was something that I was kind of curious about, and it's cool to see you start contemplating incorporating that, because you know the Kraken's a significant chunk of experience, and I wonder how much does the Rainbow Kill add? Is it double?
Not even close. It's like 30% more, so it's really insignificant.
Okay.
Really, really, really insignificant. So I think Kraken's got like 900 experience. So the doing the thing, Rainbow Kill, gets you maybe 300 experience, which is like 2 encounters maybe.
Well, still, that's pretty nice. That's 2 encounters, 2 Alt Miller encounters is probably about 40 seconds.
It's super worth it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is awkward. Yeah,
With
fleeing.
the presumption that. Ooh.
It's fine. Well, we get away now.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
40 seconds with the presumption that you're going to be fleeing those Alt Miller encounters, right?
Yeah.
This is another gen that can flee.
Yeah, but it doesn't. If Hail doesn't matter. I mean, even if it does, it's these gen like Hail and Corona are like guaranteed to come up and come back, so it's really totally fine. Eat cast with that rig. What's up, man? How you doing? It's been a while. Thank you. I was thinking about you today, actually, and how terrible Final Fantasy X is as a game, as I complained to my stream about my Final Fantasy X experiences. Well, whatever makes you happy.
I love Final Fantasy X. What was your horrible experience?
I tried to play it, like, for the first time this year, and it's so slow. It's so slow. What happened?
Was it the laughing scene that ruined it for you?
No, just like literally. I don't even know if I've gotten there yet. Like, where did I get up to? I don't know. I'm running down like a massive dirt path, and then I gave up. So it's like after that first ball tournament thingy, you leave that place. You get Auron, you do stuff, and then I just gave up because it was too slow. I was like, I'm really trying to like this game, because everybody tells me how good it is, but I can't do it. I just cannot do it. Yeah, probably that.
Probably one of my favorite Final Fantasy games next to Final Fantasy VI.
Really?
What's the command for the GDQ event?
Race. Exclamation point race.
Just wanted to put that in there for all the raiders to see. We're doing a little bit of commentary practice for a May 16th event on Games Done Quick, where we're going to have 4 speedrunners do a community race of this game, and Plexa and myself are going to be commentating. Yeah. This is a really interesting part in the run when the encounters start becoming incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, particularly the Dreadhounds are things we don't want to see. We don't want to see these little rats either, because they can defend things. That's funny, you can defend. That's good.
As a new runner, like when I was a new runner in this game, this is when one of the areas that I started practicing a lot, because the curve of the game really changes here. I think it starts becoming less about spamming Proc Me, which is your third tier summon, which is just really, really fast, so it's always a viable option. And it starts becoming a lot more about encounter weaknesses and knowing the combinations of encounters and the summon weaknesses.
Yeah, it's most of the time you want to be using Judgment if you can, because Judgment's really fast. But for instance, this encounter right here, you can't kill with Judgment. So you either need to use a Meteor or Boreas or Thor, but you don't want to use Thor because Thor's really, really slow. And that's basically it. That's what this dungeon is. Like, how do you kill this encounter quickly?
This is a fun one. Oh, a flea.
Yeah, let's take first.
Oh, nice. I'm quite horrible at catching those. That encounter, though, was really interesting, mainly because it was a one-summon encounter.
Is it? I'm not sure. Well, I mean, you can do Boreas with Mia, but I don't know if Mia outturns the zombie. I don't need to use Frost. This is an ADT.
That's fair.
I think Mia does, but I'm just not sure.
Yuna only knows summon sounds horrible. Just that's my 2 cents of being a very inexperienced Final Fantasy X player.
My only Final Fantasy X experience is basically I've watched a couple of speedruns of it because I was like, what am I missing out? What am I missing here, guys? And it turns out not a lot. But apparently it's just used Bahamut and spam with like Yuna or whatever. At least from my very limited vantage point, that seemed to be the strategy. There's a lot of like stat minute stuff that goes on, which looks pretty interesting, but apparently like the Bahamut or whatever it is scales with like some silly stat or something, and it just ends up doing bazillions of damage.
Makes sense.
Yeah, classic speedrun. Oh, this thing's horribly busted. It does a billion damage. Oh, cool, great.
Let's do it. Let's use it every single turn. Was that an attacks first?
Nope.
The last one that you fled, I meant.
Nope.
Nice. So you've hit the level cap that you're looking for?
Yes, I hit 14, and now Isaac's basically indestructible.
Nice. It's hard to catch that kind of thing because it's just a simple, like, it's a few seconds of a menu in the Jin menu that just changes things around.
Captain Rayard, yeah, you're so good, sorry.
The Captain Wayard strat.
Look at that. Look at this. I know it's a fake gold, but still.
Nice.
It just makes sense. I mean, the sooner you can get to 14, the faster you can get through this crap dungeon. Like, there's an argument to say you should be taking encounters in Alton, so you can get through this bit of the game really easily.
But those encounters in Alton, what's the experience?
Yeah, exactly. I said there was an argument. I didn't say there was a good one.
Fair enough.
This is a little bit sketchy. If I get double Dreadhound, I'm dead. So you don't want to get double Dreadhound. In a race, if this was a race, you just heal and just run back.
I was gonna say you almost made it. You're very well set up for a death warp after this.
No, I'm not.
I mean, okay, yeah, you're not, but everyone's almost dead, so I guess what I was trying to get across.
Yeah, this is the speedrunner's dilemma. Like, it's not obvious what the right strategy here is. And Loser was struck with the exact same situation in his run the other day.
What did he do?
He decided to Deathwarp, and it was the right choice because he got Dreadhound Golem Golem. Great Deathwarp from that. I am going to stand by all, and I'm going to run back. That's my plan. So Blueser yesterday was like, what do I do? And I said, trust your instincts. His instinct said Deathwarp, my instinct said run back. He was correct. He was correct.
That's when I chimed in there and said that was a Star Fox reference. I'm not sure if you were knowingly doing that or not.
No, I never played Star Fox. Seriously. But yeah, it's you have to trust yourself in these runs, right? If you don't trust yourself, then you second guess yourself, and then every time you do an input, it just takes forever. So you can't.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to trust yourself.
You'll lose much more time to hesitation not doing something. Like if you are hung up on doing something optimally every single time, you'll lose more time to hesitation.
Yeah, and there's a time and a place to do that, right? If you are trying to learn out of the run rather than get the best time, then yeah, like try and do every encounter optimally, even if it takes longer, just so you like start forging the connections for the muscle memory to go through. But at my and Blue's level, it's like you just need to do something immediately and hope that it's correct. And if it's wrong, you need to fix it in practice. You really just gotta fix it. This here, though, there is no right decision. Like, I could be on a rate 30 double Dreadhound, right? Could. I could just
amazing if you were.
I could just as equally be on a rate 3 Gnome encounter, which just spams Delude forever.
That's the most frustrating thing, because you could get a fireball from it.
Yeah. Like, there's lots of coulds here, and on average, I think the run back is always going to be faster. On average, though. There's no doubt, though, that Deathwarp is just straight up faster. If it all goes according to plan. And there's no guarantee that it does. So that's the tricky. Yeah, it's very tricky. So from here, I got an encounter right before Barbie. Even though people are looking dead, I'm just going to retreat and run back. And if people die, then I'm going to Deathwarp anyway. And there's some nasty encounters in the overworld, like what if I hit some dirges? They can break face.
The nice thing about the Deathwarp too is it puts you right next to the Power Bread.
Exactly, yeah. It's so nice to do that. Maybe I should
if you walk back, you have to go slightly out of your way to pick up the Power Bread if you want it, which I think ideally you always want.
Yeah, well, this strat needs it because we're 14, so we need the Power Bread. Otherwise, the risk of getting nutted by Azat is just too high. You just need the Power Bread. There's no way around it, unfortunately. So the question really is then, like, I need to time out Power Bread specifically. I've only timed out getting to Colossal. Deathwarp versus Runback. Runback wins on average if you're going to Colossal. I should time out Power Bread. It's a good call out.
Oh, fair enough.
But it's just the fact I just got an encounter, and I'm probably going to spend like a lot of time just running around trying to force the encounter, which just I feel like whatever movement I do there is just going to compensate for whatever the runback does.
Yeah, I completely, I think that you're making the right call there, because, yeah, you just got the encounter. It's going to take you forever to get another one. You know, there's something to be said about going into the forest right outside here and forcing an encounter there.
Yeah, don't do that. It's a bad strat.
Yeah?
Bad strat, yeah. I mean, if you're really desperate, go for it. But, I mean, this runback's not even that long.
No, it's really not.
can pick up Water of Life there, by the way. We can have a review on.
You said you can pick up a Water of Life there?
If you jump into the Tolby shop, yeah, you just jump in there and you can buy a Water of Life. It's actually nice to have like a 4th Water of Life sometimes.
Huh.
I think Water of Lives are useless in your inventory, so if you're getting a 4th Water of Life, you better be playing aggressively to justify buying it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not gold,
Maybe that can
17.
help solidify a Solhala fleece strat.
Exactly, right? That's kind of at the back of my mind when I'm thinking about that. I'm not going to try Suhala Fleet in this run. I have done it in the past. I got, in the 341 run that would have been if I'd finished it from the race, I did try fleeing in Suhala Gate, but I didn't like it. Even though nothing catastrophic happened, I just didn't like it. I could see that if the encounters I got were different, things would have ended badly, so I'm kind of against it at the moment.
What's the flea chance around Sahala Gate and Sahala Desert compared to
Single digits.
Venus 2?
Single digits. It's positive, but single digits. It's like 10% or 8% or something stupid like that. They're like level 24 versus like level 28 in Venus 2.
Just see.
Ish, give or
So
take.
not great.
Not great odds, no.
How about the overworld encounters leading up to Sahala?
By the time you've done Suhala Gate, you usually have good odds on the way to Lalavera. On the way into Suhala though, yeah, that's a bit dodgy. You could risk it. I mean, that could be putting your Waters of Life to good use, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, just trying to think of, where the most optimal place is. If you're going to be playing a little bit riskier, where is that?
Yeah,
where is that window?
I think the best way to think about it is like near the end of Suhala, like after Flash. Like if you get encounters on that stretch into Suhala Gate, like there's a pretty good argument to try there. But it's pretty tricky, you know? I haven't done the math, I don't know the risk, but it seems okay. But that doesn't mean it will be okay. In ABT, we were a lot stronger on the run back into Suhala Desert, because we have to do the run back to get to the Tempest Lizard, to get to Crossburn Isle, etc, 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 etc. On the run back, I got a triple Boulder Beast, and they dynamited and killed me and forced me to go back to Suhala Gate. Right? So, if that happens when you're trying to flee, you're dead.
Yeah.
So there is always that risk. There's always a risk.
And that was an ABT run.
There's ABT, where I was a lot stronger, yeah, and any percent is like... Ooh. But anyway, like, again, speedrunning, optimizing things, it's a risk versus reward thing, right? You gotta risk it for the biscuit sometimes. And no doubt we'll talk about Colosso and how it's, like, pretty much a auto-scroller.
Yeah. And also, the name of the game, variance.
Oh, nuts, yeah. We have to talk about nuts.
And, the potential to defend as well. I'm sure that most, you have a pretty consistent audience here, Plexus, so I'm sure that they're all very well aware of what's the deal with Golden Sun speedruns, but as far as Colosso goes, the big variance is in the nuts, which are healing items, which I think add about 2 turns.
Yeah, they do. Like, Ragnarok does about 100, nuts heal about 200.
And of course, the other big variance is if they defend turn 1 when you use Judgment, your summon obviously does significantly less damage.
That's it defended the attack. I didn't know if defended attack actually changed anything. It does, okay. Yeah, so helping people doesn't do anything. It's just the enemy people, the gladiators will always clear the course in the same amount of time. So as long as you can clear the course quicker than they can, you don't need to help. Basically. You can get all of the items without any assistance and still beat the gladiators. The only one that's even challenging to do that for is Navampa, who moves pretty optimally, but it's possible. FX has insisted that it is possible because he was pitching Mars summons with Nuts instead of Judgment, which, there's an argument for it. Like, Fever and Scorch are really good, so, you know.
I like that Blazer command.
It's true. Should have seen me yesterday, man. I was freaking the fuck out.
Was that only yesterday? I guess it was.
Like, there's only me, Blazer, and Bowie, and to some extent Greg, Velissa, and stuff understand how stupid 158 Manticore is. It's only because we've been, like, throwing ourselves at this game for so long that we actually understand the grind and the insanity behind getting a time like that. And that's not to say that people can't appreciate it without that knowledge. Like, I get that. I'm not trying to gatekeep. Like, I get it. But it's like the 335, right? It's like unfathomably good. And like the fact that no one has seen the time even remotely close to that, even my 159 Manticore, no one has come close to that. It's like we would have done collectively 500, 1,000 runs between ourselves maybe. Not once have we seen that. It's just insane, absolutely insane. Alright, Smoke Bomb puts the Nuts into play, which I really don't want to see. He's probably going to start using Nuts. He's using the Nuts.
Does he not use Nuts before the Smoke Bomb?
Yeah, so that's how items work in this game, right? Items are basically queued up in a particular order, and the enemy decides to use item as an action, and he just uses it from that list. It won't use an item unless it makes sense to use it. So if it's got full HP, it won't use a nut, for instance. I also am not counting, so I have to play safe. Because I've been explaining nuts. Anyway, point being, this guy's nut is locked behind a smoke bomb. So if he uses the smoke bomb, he can then start using nuts. That's how it works.
So cool, I never knew that.
Yeah, this is really, really, really relevant on Briggs in the Lost Age. Like, super relevant there. For reasons we won't get into, but on the Bandits fight, for instance, the main bandit, his herbs are locked behind a smoke bomb. So if you don't see smoke bomb turn 1, you know you can't be herbed on the second turn from the brown guy. And that's just true of everybody with a thing, right?
The more you know, that's definitely going to change how I play when I come back to the game eventually.
You know, it shouldn't change how you play, but it's nice to know. But it's just like, if you see Smoke Bomb first action, you just should feel sad and be like, well, it's coming. And nuts are coming.
That's true, yeah. It's just a little bit more security when you don't see the Smoke Bomb come out.
Yeah, well, and Azart's the same, right? Azart, his nuts are locked behind Oil Drop. So if he doesn't use the Oil Drop, or he Oil Drops on the second turn, like, you can't be surprised. Yeah, basically, if Azart uses the Oil Drop on the first turn, then the nuts are in play. If he doesn't use the Oil Drop on the first turn, you're not getting any nuts in that fight. So it's just nice to know.
Navampa's actually a little bit of a different case, though, in how we deal with it. We're actually going to let Navampa get to the end first. And I think that the main reason behind that is that he does more damage if he gets the better weapon, isn't that right?
Yeah, correct. So it allows him to two-shot you, basically. Otherwise, it's like a range or something stupid like that. But the item thing comes into play in Navampa as well, actually. So Navampa's items are actually locked behind... What is it? What is his first item? I think he's got a smoke bomb.
Yeah.
And then it goes smoke bomb, nut, sleep bomb. And we don't want him to use items, we want him to attack. So if you do damage to Navampa, it puts the nuts in place. So if by bad luck Navampa does smoke bomb, and he has damage on him, that means nuts are in play. So if you don't do any damage to him, like Bluza does, then you never have a problem with excessive item use, basically. Which is kind of interesting.
Do you attack him instead?
Yeah, I'm going to attack him. I mean, you can do a thing where you unequip all your equipment and defend, but that's just slow. I just prefer to get lucky, you know. He has to use the smoke bomb, and then he will not. He's far more likely to just attack twice, so...
Handle some of that future RNG.
I didn't set my gen. Nice.
Uh-oh.
I'm not concentrating. Go me. See, there's the nut. Now the sleep bomb can come out. Case in point. It's a dumb way to lose time. Sorry, I just completely blanked on doing that. Thanks for the sub trailer. Appreciate it. Welcome back.
Oh, it's probably because I'm distracting you by making you talk about the run.
Just a little bit, yeah. I mean, this run's actually still very good. Like, 246 Colosso is nice. Most of my good runs have had 245 Colossos. I think my 338 had a very, very, very low 245. Like 3 seconds faster than this one or something like that. Like, it's really, really tight. So 346 is very decent pace. Obviously, there's a lot of luck that needs to go our way for us to clutch this out. Like, you can see, best possible time is 334 coming out of Colosso, which is... It's nice, it's also not great. I mean, my 335 had a 334 best possible time at Erie, so... you know, putting that into perspective. But there's a lot of time save up ahead. The Suhala split is really gross. That's where the encounter skips really come into play, because encounters now take 20-25 seconds to clear, depending on how terrible they are.
Right.
And so, there's like 6 opportunities to skip an encounter or something like that, and every one you miss adds whatever the time the encounter took, right?
And you can also get the Storm Lizards can ward, which is always really fun.
I don't worry about that anymore. I just I use ground now, so I think most people are using ground these days. In theory, ground is slower because ground is slow, but ward is just too annoying to play around.
What I was doing near the end of my runtime was adding in a Procne on Garrett, which is an extra action, but it's quick. It does leave you more vulnerable if you have to use it, though.
Yeah, that's the issue, right? Like, I'm already committing Garrett to something in my fights anyway. I do strats to lower Isaac's PP on Storm Lizards, Tornado Lizards, sorry. So it's like, why do I, like, let's just be safe and, let's just be safe. Just use ground. We don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to worry about a random crit on Ivan or whatever. And it's all good.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I got warded on all 3 of them in one of my runs before, and then that was the line I drew. I was like, I need to just have an auto solution for this.
Yeah, exactly. It's just... like, the delta between ground and move and a Tornado Lizard action is like 3 seconds or something. 3 seconds to ensure that you get through the fight is not even that much of a commitment. Just just skip an encounter. Like, that's always like how I think about these things, where it's like, oh, I'm 30 seconds behind after bandits. Well, skip an encounter in the late game and I'm back ahead, so just get lucky. Like the variants in Ultima is like a teaser for the variants to come now, because I have a meme about this too. Fuck yeah, go me, I have memes for everything.
Perfect. Yeah, I remember when I was first starting to run, I think I was in Billy's chat and the three of us were talking about, you know, the variants in late game encounters. Oh, these are all quality memes.
They're quality memes because they come direct from the salt in my veins.
Pretty funny, yeah, they're very pure.
Don't know about pure, but they come with pure salt, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, there's so much coming up. Like all of the encounter skips in Suhala because of the encounter resets on the Tornado Dragon, Tornado Lizards, the potential encounter skip in Suhala Gate, the potential encounter skip in Tunnel Ruins, the potential double encounter in Tunnel Ruins. Sorry, is also terrible. It's like, ugh. I don't have any Barbie talking memes because they don't make me salty. They just annoy me. But like, being on 3x pace only to have it ruined by Venus 2 is something that genuinely makes me unhappy. It's like, alright, encounter, what do we get? Chimera, what's the other one? Chimera, Storm Lizard. Oh, god damn it. The Thunder Lizard or whatever. It's like, oh god, we're in for something now. Oh jeez, please, save me.
The chimeras are the ones that use recover, right?
Yeah. Or like you're on that last screen and you're like, let's go, come on, we can make it, and it's like Golem 4 Boulder Beasts. Oh no.
That's one that I think I've asked how to handle that one, and it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, there's a very particular kill for it. It's stupid, but there's a very particular kill that works. It's like Thor 1, Boreas 3, Ground 5, PD 5. It's stupid.
Right. Yeah, whenever I see a 5 times enemy encounter, my brain just shuts off. I'm like, what is this?
Just flee? Okay, flee?
I think you only see 5 times encounters in like very particular spots in the game, like is it Lamican Desert? You can potentially get one.
Yeah, you can. It's because you can only get them off small enemies. That's the thing.
Oh,
like,
okay.
The game has 6 enemy slots, and small enemies take up 1 slot, big enemies take up 2 slots. So the Golem encounter, Golem Quad Boulder Beast, is this is
nice encounter skip, by the way. This is where all of the encounter skips are going to be starting. That was the first one. The next one is probably the hardest one.
That one doesn't count. That one doesn't count. That one doesn't count. This is the one. Dang. Decisive Judgment, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It tanks it. What am I doing? Oh, it does die. Never mind. I'm a genius. I'm gonna reset here. I'm gonna reset on Suhala. You better I am. So we missed the first one. This is the second one, in theory. What was I ranting about, sorry?
The encounter slots for enemies.
Oh, yeah. That was over-reveal, that's incorrect. So yeah, the Boulder Beast is 6 slots. It's the big one, which is 2, then the little ones which have 1 each, so that's 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 6, so it's like the maximum slots that can be. And like Golem Griffin is also the maximum slots, because each of those take up 2, so it's like 2 plus 2 plus 6, basically.
Oh god, but that encounter has so much HP.
That is a very unfun encounter. I will vouch for that. I did not do that correctly. Thank you. Alright, I need to fix my... Do I need to... I'm not going to fix my hotkeys, it's fine. Dang it. What am I doing? I don't know why I don't know, guys. I don't know what I did there.
Were you trying to avoid using Meteor?
Yeah, and then I used Judgment anyway, so it was like very not worth.
I see.
And then I did the wrong heal. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. My brain is getting jumbled from the conversation plus this, but it's good. Like I said, this isn't gonna PB, so it's totally fine. But yeah, this is where I do this strat. Everyone's got their own take on this here, because everyone wants to... there's like some retreat warps coming up that give the chance to skip an encounter, that are generally pretty worth taking if you can get them. And everyone's got their own thoughts around whether they want to go for it or not. And this is my take on that, which is the Drain Isaac's PP on these guys and whatnot.
I remember when I was doing runs, I would always drain the PP from the heals post-fight.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I used to do as well, but then I also decided that Ward is terrible and we should stop doing that.
It really is.
Okay.
This is,
Judgment! This should be Boreas. Oh, shit.
I saw that. I was like, is there a faster way to do this now that I don't know about?
I mean, this is fast. No, it's not. I thought Procny would kill. I mean, it worked. I have damage. This is convenient. It's not fast. Yeah, it should just be Boreas Procny, and that's a kill. This is the worst encounter because you have to use Thor, and it's slow, but it's the fastest thing you can do. It's a real shame that like Meteor or Boreas doesn't kill, but again, there's absolutely nothing you can do.
I think after we get Flash, the game changes a lot too, right? Like, the encounters are already really, really dangerous at this point, and then after we get Flash in Silhalla Gate, Tunnel Ruins, basically, like, if you're not using Flash turn 1, if you don't know that you can secure the fight before the enemy goes, you're taking a huge risk.
Kinda. I mean, that's basically what the top runners are doing now. We're trying to skip Flash as much as possible. I saved 30 seconds, which is basically the amount of time... Well... My PB has a Ivan Death that goes back to Toby and revives, and I'm not a hit? Okay. Okay. This is... Like I said, the 335 is just unfair. It's just so unfair.
For sure.
Yeah, this is
How are you trying to avoid using Flash? Like, is it just in an encounter that you know you can kill before the enemy goes, or is it beyond that, kind of weighing the risk of what will survive and what can outturn your party?
Yeah, pretty much. We try to use Ground instead of Flash wherever we can, because Ground is just better than Flash. It's much faster. Encounter skip, nice. Yeah, so it's basically just a question of how do you clear this encounter quickly without being risky. And
another encounter skip.
Let's go. Okay, let's run. Okay.
We gotta run.
So we try and use Ground wherever we can. Sometimes you just can't avoid using Flash, you just have to commit to it. Like the Golem Double Griffin, you have to do Flash. There's no way around it. And you just have to eat the time loss that comes with it. That's why that's not a very fun encounter to get. One of the many reasons, I should add. But often you can clear an encounter with a precise use of Ground very, very quickly. That is too early. This is one of those instances, actually. I can do... Ground... No, what am I doing? What am I doing? I am just... Yeah, that should be, Ground fucking Judgment. That should be done. It's fine, I have damage on people, that is my excuse, and that encounter is just too early. That's overkill by a ton, but I don't know this. Fuck Suhala Gate, man. I have a meme for this.
Yeah?
Where is it? Classic. Absolute classic.
One does not simply skip an encounter in Suhala Gate.
Oh, thank God. That's Frost, which works, but it's not what I wanted to do. Gosh dang it, man. Yeah, when you don't get the skip, that's just... Yeah, it's rough. The only good thing is that we got the Suhala skip here.
The overworld or the
Overworld. Yeah. We got the Suhala skip at the end, and we got Overworld, which is nice.
This is another thing that runners have varying opinions on, I think. You know, the amount of ticks that they'll take here for encounters.
Yeah, I mean, I've been burned once before, so I don't take any risks.
I'm of the same mind. I don't even know what the encounter types here are, so I wouldn't even know how to deal with it off the top of my head.
There's Suhala Gate, but slightly worse. There's more bad enemies, basically.
I see. I think Blue here likes to push the limit.
Yeah, he does. He hasn't been punished for it, which is rat shit, if you ask me. My 340, 35, or 339 or something, it just completely collapsed. 1-1 run. 3 encounter Suhala Gate, encounter in Venus Lighthouse, and after that I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I'm not risking anything. Alright, another encounter skip. No, we don't. We get the Rage Flea. Rage Flea. Rage Flea.
Hey,
let's go.
You know what? That's faster than summoning, right?
It is faster than summoning because you'd have to use Thor to clear it. So that's faster than summoning. This is what I mean. Like, if you've got Waters of Life, you can afford to do that. Because if they had killed somebody, I could just throw Water of Life into them. Whatever. Like.
And that Suhala Overworld encounter that you skipped, you could have tried to flee from that one if you had the extra Water of Life.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could make an argument to try and run from it, depending on what the encounter is. Like, it's always runner's choice, right?
That's kind of opening my mind on some of these later game encounters that I had previously thought, like, definitively you had to take these encounters. You
should.
Yeah.
If you have 3 Waters of Life and you just cannot clear the encounter, you can try and flee. That is a viable strategy. But you only get to pull that card once. Test jump. I have a meme for that too. I got a meme for fucking everything.
You just blew my mind. I never knew you could jump over that little ledge there.
Yeah,
I always walked around it.
Okay, I'm giving you the meme after this. I love it.
Oh, nice encounter.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
We outturn this, and it's a one-summon encounter, and it's also
and
to be our...
It's a judgment kill as well, so
yes.
It's even better.
We're on the same wavelength there.
If it's gnome plus anything else, it's a Thor encounter. So, so that's huge.
See if
right.
we can get out of this room before we get another encounter. It's unlikely.
Unlikely, yeah. Like, you need to be getting the encounter in this room to have a real chance. We have an outside chance, but yeah, it's a thing. Alright, you have to know this is called the TAS jump because FX showed us it during the TAS. He's like, you guys are gonna love this. And it's the TAS jump. Great
So
meme.
funny. Like, why didn't I think of that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, of course. It's the highlight of the TAS. That jump is, fuck the rest of the TAS. We don't care about it. I don't care. It's outdated anyway. But that jump, oh my god, that jump just blew our minds.
Well, this
It's
is new too.
The TAS jump, yeah, TAS jump's new. Yeah.
What was the any percent like that like before? Did it just go
We just ran around it. We just ran around. And we get stuck by like the kid or whatever. It was really, really not good.
So we've been running in the community this game for like 7 years, and we just never know this thing.
Yeah, no one thought to jump.
Oh man, I love it.
It's so good. We're like, oh yeah, god damn it. Yeah, we just never thought about it. To be fair, we got one back on the TAS. We had a better puzzle solved than the TAS, and we're like, haha, joke's on you, we got you.
That's so funny. When you went down that middle path, I was like, oh, Plexa, what are you doing?
Yeah, I've jumped that gap before, Melissa. 100% I've jumped it. It's just never occurred to me. But it's great. Now it's the TAS jump. It's got a meme. It's like the Bowie door. These things exist. Like, they're so blindingly obvious that we just miss it. It's like Fire Emblem, actually. 3 houses, like, recently discovered or realized you can interact with the calendar without having to quit out of the monastery. So, like, all these speedruns, like, can save, like, 20 seconds just by doing this stupid trick. It's not even a trick, it's like an inbuilt mechanic. Intended mechanic. Hey, we got the skip. That's actually massive. That's actually huge.
Nice. Now we just need to make sure that we don't get the encounters in the pillar hopping rooms. Does that,
yeah, a little bit.
Does that, encounter rate carry over to those rooms?
Nah, every time you reload the room, it changes. So your encounter step switch is cleared on entering Tunnel Ruins. So, whew, love it. That's why it's actually an encounter skip. But the rate changes every time you reload the room. Sometimes self-saves time. It's amazing. Guys, there's so much stuff that speedrunners just overlook because it's like, oh yeah, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Start outside. I'm gonna try for the swag move, but I'll probably miss it, honestly. It's really hard to get it. There we go. This is the swag move because you can do this.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool.
In the first puzzle room, you can actually do. I learned this from your tutorial, Plexa, but you can do the clip up the pillar.
You can, but it's really hard and precise. Like FX looked into it because the TAS does it, and he's like, no one should ever go for this RTA. It's way too stupidly precise. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Subpixels, I know.
I performed it once during one of my first runs out of like pure stupid luck.
This is actually fine. I think this is wrong. I think I should be doing Judgment Proc-me, but this will work.
Don't they resist judgment? Isn't that the highest resistance that they have for it?
Yeah. Which is why my mind went to media, but I think Judgment Proc-me does actually kill that.
Interesting.
But that's a really good encounter to get. Like, the Orc Lords are so slow, Garrett outspeeds them.
Oh.
They are slow as fuck! Yeah, so I like seeing the Orc Lords. It's scary because you're not going to use a defensive Djinn if you see 2 Orc Lords. But yeah, you can just do stuff. So when you get like Griffin, Orc Lord, you just ground the Griffin, and then you can clear everything else out. which is a nice little trick that you can do. This is actually potentially saving time against an attack's first Tunnel Ruins. What the fuck? Oh, because my PB does a Water of Life shot. That's right. Because PB had to burn 3 Waters of Life in Ultima.
Let's hope we don't get an encounter in this next room.
It should be impossible. It should 100% be impossible.
Because of the last encounter we just took?
Yeah, it was way too late to get another encounter. Yeah, this pace is actually fucking good. Like, there's no hype. There's absolutely no hype in this chat, but this run is actually low-key on a dirty pace. This is... What is this? What's this? This is this. No, it's this. Sorry, I fucked that there.
Yeah, this pacing is super great. This is the split though.
Oh, I didn't ground the thing? Did I ground the wrong thing? Oh, I got lucky. God damn it. Ah, shit. Oh well, it's just an attack. That could have been so much worse. Let's run... whatever. Yeah, I do need to drop a heal into Isaac. Like, I just don't want to deal with problems. This is where I want to do. Yeah, it's like sometimes being healed is nice, just because if you do an oopsie, you have a chance of not being completely destroyed.
And also, you have a higher chance of surviving.
This is good. This is actually quite good. We've skipped an encounter above average. We will probably immediately get an encounter in the next room, but that's still huge to not have 2 encounters by now.
So the encounter rate carries over here between rooms?
Yes, yeah. Not between Tunnel Ruins and Venus Lighthouse, but within Venus Lighthouse it does. Yeah, instant encounter. You hate to see it. Oh, there is a very specific kill here. But you have no choice but to use Flash, which just is slow.
Yeah. And we do everything possible, I'm noticing, to avoid using Thor. It's really that much slower.
Yeah, Thor is shit. Thor is so bad. It's really, really slow.
You know how much slower it is compared to the next, like, Boreas, I guess?
It's like about 2 seconds, but it's being able to use Procne as well.
Yeah.
Because it's what are you doing with that? The fact that it's Procne media is really, really, really quick. And so that only kills if you use Garrett.
I noticed that, yeah.
Has to be Garrett. Does not kill in any other way.
Does that change who you want your Flash on then? Because I think that people were putting Flash on Garrett for a while there.
Yeah, yeah, it does. That's why I have it set up this way. I have Flash Mia Ground Isaac, which seems really counterintuitive because you'd want to make use of Isaac's strong judgments. But honestly, I think this is the right way. I don't think the boosted judgments are that impactful.
They kill the boosted judgments with the Gaia Blade, right? Don't they kill the Storm Lizards?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I think they kill targeted, yeah. But you don't need it. This. So like I said, trying to avoid flash wherever you can, right?
Yeah. This is so optimal because you use the judgment instead of the meteor, which is marginally faster, but faster nonetheless.
Yep. And that's the thing on that particular encounter, like, Judgment Procne clears pretty much every single target, single enemy that you can get. This is a horrible encounter. It's fine, we'll deal with it.
Yeah,
not using Ivan here is very important, because that means that the Chimera cannot use heal. So now we'll just Boreas Meteor and it's all over.
Oh, that's real smart. I never thought about doing that.
Yeah, that's a Bowie strat for you. That's why Bowie's endgame is ridiculous.
Cheers to Bowie.
Cheers to Bowie. I'm gonna get one recovery here, but that's fine. I'm not gonna get an encounter in this room. I can recover my thing here. So this is where the community saved time over the task. It was like a second by doing this new solve. This is basically Regnitrace's method, but I kind of adapted it. I made one adjustment, which saves like frames.
This is something that I've never learned how to do optimally.
Well, this is optimal. It's a really elegant solution, actually. I really like it.
How much time do you think it saves from like
1.2 seconds. Oh well, the old strat that saves 1.2 seconds.
Wow.
Which is actually huge. Like for these puzzles, it's usually frames, but this is actually quite a big time saver.
Yeah, like when you're playing a game that has such high variance in how much time it completes to complete certain segments, when you can nail off a second or 10 seconds.
Yeah, why not? It's free. It's free time save.
Yeah, at the level that you're playing at, you need to, like, when you can control the time, you need to control the time.
Yeah. So PB drops down into Airy in about 30 seconds. We are not far off.
That's hype. How was your Salaros Minardi Fusion Dragon in the 335?
There's time save.
Okay.
There is time save, guys. Again, this is probably not going to PB, so please do not get that excited. Not with this encounter either. No, this is... you can't control where they go in the list, Karate. So we kind of do that already as best we can. So if I can skip an encounter here, I guess PB is possible. Which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm also gonna feel bad for distracting you throughout the run.
Don't worry about it. Like I said, I don't care. Are you kidding me? Oh wait, this is the only one that doesn't die to this. Oh well, that's fine. I'll get a recovery back. It's fine. This has
to do the recovery.
This should be Boreas Judgment. Oh no, that killed. Oh no, fuck, they're weak to Venus. What am I on about? Yeah, it would have been optimal to get the recovery. I'm just gonna wiggle to get a recovery up here. That tile's a free tile. You don't get encounters there.
Really?
Yep. Thanks, Tess. We're about a minute off PD. So we're losing 1 minute. I can make that back in Ciceros Minardi if they cooperate. I can make it back in Fusion Dragon if Fusion Dragon cooperates. I still do not have a perfect Fusion Dragon fight. Perfect Fusion Dragon would save a minute. Ciceros Minardi, I think there's like 30 seconds-ish of time save. I fucked around at the end a little bit. PB's in play. 335's in play. The fuck? Where did that come from?
Crazy.
This just out of nowhere. Like, right then.
Because I think we were expecting to lose a ton of time in Venus 2.
Yeah, we were, and we did. Just not that much time.
This entire run, we're just like, yeah, this isn't gonna PB. No worries about it. Just like,
yeah, it's whatever. Who cares? And suddenly, shit's happening. Alright, maybe I'm losing a bit more than a minute here because I have to get a gen recovery. But
best possible time just went up. Yeah.
Well, the best possible time is not accurate though. It's only my last my 5 completed best runs.
Oh, okay.
Right, so my best possible time is very much misleading right now. Like, if Ciceros Minardi Fusion Dragon cooperate, PB's in play. But, you know, they have to cooperate, and they won't. I'll get like a turn 2 resist or some bullshit. what's going on here? This. What am I even doing, guys? This is not a pretty menu. Let's douse. I did that in the 338 as well. Did I do Gaia Blade? I did not. Didn't check that. Alright. Yeah, minute 30. Okay, we'll take that. 2 minutes. Can we can make some of that up.
All you have to do is channel your future RNG.
No, I don't want to do that. No, not at all. His future RNG is for Venus 2, not Ciceros Minati. So this fight, I'm doing very particularly. I'm trying to do it in such a way that I end with not judgment.
Are you still trying to end on Flint?
Yeah, I'm still trying to end on Flint. That's the plan. But I have options for pretty much anything they do, unless they do 2 bad things. If they do, like, turn to resist and nothing else, then I'm fine. It's gross, but it's fine. If I get broken, that's fine. But any 2 bad things, and then I have to resort to judgment. There's nothing else I can do.
Yeah, Dark Stargazer, this is, unless there's a death here, it's almost certainly going to be sub 340.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys. We can certainly lose a lot of time here. So let's do this right. This is very, very particular. That way. Very, very, very particular. Now, most people don't do the strat as particular as I do. I think I've done more research on this than literally anybody. So I kind of know all the variants of how to get fucked. You kidding me? Oh, spooky friend. I have a meme about this too, by the way. Instantly.
Oh, the first one.
Instantly. Nice.
You're talking about how you do it most particularly. I noticed that you led with the Mia Drench, or Douse?
Prism. Specifically Prism.
Okay.
Alright, folks. That's me right now. I gotta send that to you, pause. There you go. More memes. Memes while we're doing the Ciceros Minati fight. This is clearly not a serious run. And again. Okay, that's kind of fine. I don't mind that. I can work around this. I kind of don't mind. The only unfortunate thing is, he's just gonna survive a Ciceros. He can survive a Sadie boy. He's fine. Oh, you kidding me? I'm slightly less okay with this outcome. Slightly less okay. Just putting that out there, folks. How do we play this? How do we play this? Gotta get you back online. There's nothing else I can do here. We made it.
That's really fortunate. Satyros has a fair amount of AoE attacks that would just like rip through the party without Garrett being down and not having flash or granite up.
Yeah, completely. Completely.
So super fortunate that he used Protect there.
The only good thing about this is we no longer have a spooky friend. Don't care about the break, that's completely fine. you fuck off, Minardi! God damn it, man. Holy fuck.
It's to end on the judgment now, right?
No, we can't end on the judgment. Yeah, oh sorry, we have to end on the judgment now. There's nothing else we can do. There's nothing else that's even worth considering. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? It's just this fight, man. Like, even if you're an amazing pace, you still have to get through this fight. And that, in itself, is just unfair. Oh, yeah, sure. Where are we at? That was 3 judgments, is it?
Yep. But yeah, the variance in this fight.
I'm gonna be irresponsible and try for the ambitious Satoros kill. This is either gonna be great, or I'm gonna get punished super hard for it. Maybe I won't get punished super hard for it after all. This is actually kind of nice.
Gonna be going into the Fusion Dragon fight with some nice HP, unless this kills.
Resist again, okay, this is great. This is actually perfect.
Yeah, getting the wish off before going into the next stage of the fight's really awesome.
This is really awkward though. That. Should be almost dead. Forgot about that.
Oh.
That's the problem. Yeah, there it is. Forgot about that. Forgot about the fact that she outspeeds me. She's not Satoros. Power Bread coming in clutch, very clearly. Okay, so now we're in a very, very awkward position where I have to open with Cybele instead of Judgment, which is fine, provided I don't get broken. So, no breaks, 337. Breaks? Oh, maybe 338 actually, I don't know. Fuck it. I'm kind of in a weird, flustered place at the moment, as you can probably imagine. But, yeah, what the fuck is this run, dude? What the hell? What is Satoros Minardi, though? Holy crap, like... Spooky Friend Isaac into death, Water of Life, Garrett Death Size, oh.
I find personally Garrett dying to be one of the scariest things.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
He holds your defensive Jin.
It's like, if Garrett's down, you're like, well, I guess I just die?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these fights should not be as consistent as we have them, you know?
It's a wonder.
Yeah. I just need to not lose a minute on Fusion Dragon. Easy.
I wish a game like this, I wish a game like Golden Sun 1 came out in 2021, so that way, like, a community could crack the code for it.
Potion. Where's Time Mosasaurus? There we go. It's too irresponsible to not heal Isaac in this situation. There's just too many things that can go wrong, right? So you gotta open with Cybele, it's fine, just don't get broken and we're okay. Opening on Cybele can be fine, it's only 200 damage. Oh yeah, cool game! Ivan probably dies here, this is actually terrible. He's got my last water of life, so if Ivan goes down, we are in some serious shit. Oh, we're fine. Oh my god. Holy crap.
What a game.
What a game, dude. What the hell is this end? Not Isaac, please. Okay, now Isaac's got a spooky friend. Great. This seems awfully familiar.
Like it almost just happened.
Oh, god damn it, man. This is something else. It's not break though, so I mean we have to believe that things can happen. If we do get procced here, it's fine. No proc. Okay,
Yes,
Ivan
no
could
problem.
die. Ivan could die. We're okay. We're alive. We're living.
Gotta believe.
I could have actually gone Boreas Thor here, actually. It's fine. I'll just take the extra turn. It's why throw it away, right? If Mia died, nice dodge. If Mia dies from the spooky friend proc, then it's all over anyway. So just this is the correct play, even if it's slightly slower.
Yeah, if you have Spooky Friend on Mia or Ivan, you kind of have to finish off with their summon turns.
I mean, if you need it to PB, then go for it. But like, I don't need to PB here. I'm just going for a good time, and it's in a race situation. You can't do that. You just have to respect the ghost. The spooky friend is just too scary. Oh, nice. Isaac lives. We may even get the Titan Blade kill here. I'm still going to use Flash because I don't know if this kills. But yeah, we'll see how we go. And Thor is just that slow, you know? So, hoping it's dead on Boreas. That's the plan. Nope, not dead.
Come on, Isaac.
Hoping it's dead on Titan Blade proc. Yes! Let's go! Oh, I didn't die. Oh well. Oh, dice to Ramses now, whatever.
That would have been really cool though.
I know, we tried. We tried to make it epic, it just didn't quite work. Where's Ramses? It's still got a 339 though, that's cool.
Yeah. Is it a second place 339?
This is this is the third fastest completion of Golden Sun ever.
And the second two are also completed by yourself, I'm sure.
Correct, yes. Top 5 are with me. Get wrecked, Blue. No. What a fucking run! Holy shit. 33908.
Absolutely crazy. I wasn't expecting you to be able to keep up with the pace. Honestly.
Me neither. Like, this was not a good run at any stretch of the imagination, and then it just hung in there. It just did enough to get over the line, right?
I don't even know what happened. Was it the Venus 2 that was really good? It must have been at least decent.
It was the Encounter Skip in Barbie Lighthouse, the Orc Lords in Tunnel Ruins, the pretty nice Venus 2. It wasn't perfect, but like, that is a good Venus 2 by normal standards, right? That is not crazy bad RNG, it's not crazy good RNG, it's like what you should expect, which, funnily enough, is pretty difficult to get. And so it just hung in there, and then, okay, we got Rex SMFD, we could have had a 3, we could have had a shot if Satoru's Minati cooperated, but we got like what?
Oh shit, Future's Run just ripped.
Oh, that sucks. That's a shame. I was gonna read him. But it's like Haunt proc, death size, just garbage, and it's fine. Source Minati are like that some days, and you just have to deal with it. It didn't make for very good commentary practice though, because I was too focused on trying to play well and get a good time. So apologies, cause. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. Like we've been jiving pretty much through the whole run. It's been pretty good. We've had fun. We've posted memes. We had a good time.
Oh yeah, no, thanks for having me. This is good practice for us to really get into the spirit for the 16th, and maybe we'll.
Well, I think
probably.
From my perspective, there's probably some notes we can swap here. I've got some, like, just the way in which we've been talking about the run is giving me a lot of ideas for how can we take this to the next level, right? Like, there are like predefined kind of content set pieces which exist that we should probably just align on, so either of us can take them as it's convenient. Like the thing about items, right? Like the thing about items, like no one knows that except for like me, Salanute, and like probably Critical Sid because he read my TLA notes. Future, despite having played through my TLA notes, did not read them. But yeah,
I really like the idea of making some notes for us, so that way we can kind of, make sure we're going over the really important things that we want to check off. Because
exactly.
There can be some crazy stuff that happens mid-run that might distract us. So it's good to make sure that we're on point.
Yeah, it's better than just going in and winging it and being like, yeah, well, we know our shit.
Yeah.
All right. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. I feel good about it. Like I think you're the right kind of inquisitive to make the most out of me, and I think it's going to be a good show.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll ask lots of questions. No worries there.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to track 4 runs before, and it does get a little bit chaotic. I'm pretty good at tracking at least 2 runs simultaneously, so hopefully we have a small split in the time, so that we have time to focus on everybody. Yeah.
I'm really, really looking forward to it, and maybe we should do a few more co-commentating.
Hey, if you're keen, I'm keen.
Streams. Yeah, I definitely am. This is good, and we're driving.
It's working, I think. Save a second by talking to Pharrell. Item, sorry.
So funny, I didn't know that was a thing that you could do, and the PB that I had that tied, I think I tied with, I can't even remember it, but I submitted a run that tied with someone, and then Blue was in chat, and he's like, you could have saved a second by talking to that guy.
Yeah, it's really crazy, but what happens is you try to leave, and he stops you, and then the camera pans. And camera panning is actually something I've noticed when working on TLA specifically. That takes a shitload of time. So even that optimal puzzle solve we do in Venus 2, that second puzzle, we're solving it from as low down as possible to minimize camera movement. That's where the time save comes from. It's camera movement, believe it or not. And it's actually insane how many seconds you can save by having good camera positioning.
Interesting. When we were doing it earlier,
go ahead.
I would not have thought when we were doing that earlier that the time save was from camera.
It's mostly camera, but there's also some movement optimization, but mostly camera. It's crazy.
That's so interesting.
Don't flood this, please. Okay, here we go.
Like, yeah,
Dang.
who would have thought that was the thing?
Me, after TLA. I realized in the Gabomba puzzle that if you position yourself correctly, you save like 3 seconds from what we were doing, which is ridiculous. 3 seconds from camera movement. Who would have thought?
What a game.
This is such an important PB. I'm really, really happy to get this running.
Yeah?
Really happy. Yeah, I've been struggling with, like, lots of bullshit today. Like, all these goddamn interiors. To shit one of these bad boys out feels good. Like, 3-3X is always an event. And this run made it look easy. To be frank.
You really did make it look easy. Like, there was... It didn't look like a special run.
It's not a special run, that's the thing. It's just We were fast. Like, these splits are stupid. Like, we're behind, except we're ahead at Bandits, or Bandits, I guess. We're ahead at Bandits, and then behind the rest of the run.
The legendary is sub 50 Bandits.
Oh, sub 50, yo, let's go. Hey, GG's Future, shame about your own. I didn't see how it died, but I see that it did. But yeah, like, this is just nothing. It's just, this is a 120-34 Satoros. People get those. That's not insane. 132 Tret. Also not insane. Killer Rape is actually a little insane. Okay, actually. Remember we had Zephyr Flea? This is a Zephyr Flea 339. God damn it. Yeah, all kinds of just okayness. It's just okay throughout.
No, Vine cooperated.
Yeah, like Vine cooperated. Manticore was like still a sub 2 start. That's always good. I mean, but people bust out. Okay, Bowie doesn't really get 2 flat Manticores, but Blue gets them. Oh, does he? No, he doesn't. No one gets 2 flat Manticores except me. Blue gets 158s, and exclusively 158s, and then like 201s. Vine is fine. Kraken is, again, 219 Kraken is, again, nothing special. It's nice to be sub 220, but it's, again, nothing special. I have no context around these splits. Like, Ultimilla and Draft, I have no clue. Just, then do splits, whatever. But Colosso being done at 246, that was the first moment where I'm like, this run has PB potential. Because I noticed that, like, all of the good times that we've had between me and Blue, they have good Colossos. So, 245 Colosso is, like, the benchmark for a very, very, very good run. You can get easily 244, 243, but you need RNG to go your way, obviously. But this is the first split where I'm like, oh, this run is here. It's living. Then it's just a pretty good end game. Like, we got some time save on Flash because we didn't have Ivan die, which is nice. First try Blue Path, which is nice. That makes us 3rd place instead of 4th place. Intervenus 2 was really good. Venus Lighthouse was not bad. It's just that my PB is insane. Then Satoros Minardi just kind of killed the run. Like, that was some bullshit RNG. Whatever.
Yeah, Satoros Minardi's that was really crazy. I thought for sure when Garrett went down, it was over.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was dead. I was like, how do I make it out of this alive? And the only thing I could think of was defend and pray. That paid off. And your Fusion Dragon was fine. Like, we got spooked, but we didn't die, so that's fine. Yeah, hot damn. Hot damn, what a run. And we didn't get first try sleep on Kraken either. This run basically should have died a bunch. It's just, as you said, this run doesn't look like anything special. It's just good execution coupled with enough RNG going our way.
I thought for sure it was going to die in ZN Overworld when you did that the spicy flea against the 8th encounter.
Yeah. We just had 2 people die, it's no big deal. 329, same time as Blue yesterday. IQC at least. Significantly worse run. But whatever. It's what it is.